mics right now. So, all right.
All right. I will go ahead and hook you up.
Yeah, patch us through, and then
If
yeah,
if you have any problems
I'll
hearing,
start
just
the
text.
stream here in just a second. I don't have it started yet because it doesn't let me start. It should let me start it here in a second.
Okay.
Actually, it's letting me start right now.
Okay. Let me transfer you over. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
This league has got enough talent in it, and it's got enough coaching.
You guys there?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. You have a great game.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Round and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now, you know. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you. It takes me all the way, and I want you to stay. Ooh, the reason I hold on. Ooh, 'cause I need this phone call. Funny, you're the broken one, but I'm the only one who needs saving. 'Cause when you never see the light, it's hard to know which one of us is caving. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you. It takes me out the way. I want you to
B103, playing today's best music with less talk.
Down on the boulevard, they take it hard. They look at his life with such a figure. They say it can't be won the way the game is done. But if you choose to stay, you wind up playing anyway. Go the kisses dark up
Somebody showed you what the thing. Nobody. Hey, 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 got you what the street, keep your feet going up. Hey, hey, it's like this.
From Radio Iowa Sports, this is the Scouting Report, an in-depth look at this week's prep and college games. Now, from our studios in Des Moines, Tim.
With a new quarterback, the Hawkeyes host Purdue. The Cyclones look to bounce back at home against TCU, while the Panthers visit Indiana State. And Raiders collide in 2A District 1 to highlight Week 7 of the high school season. That and more on the Scouting Report.
Okay, gotta be late. Gotta go. Where did I put? Wallet. Check. And, phone. Check. Keys. Check. Lunch. Check.
Checking for the things you need doesn't take long. But what about checking for your safety? Right now, 1 in every 5 vehicles on the road has an open safety recall. But it only takes seconds to check for open recalls on your car at checktoprotect.org. All you need is your vehicle identification number or license plate number. Your automaker may not have the right information to notify you about recalls by mail, especially if you recently moved or drive an older or used car. Checktoprotect.org is the quick, easy way to find out if your vehicle has an open safety recall and find the closest dealer who can make the repair for free.
Laptop. Check.
Before you go, take a minute. Visit checktoprotect.org. Check to Protect is a program of the National Safety Council.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
A new quarterback takes over as the Iowa Hawkeyes get ready to host Purdue. Wisconsin transfer Deacon Hill led the Hawks to a win over Michigan State after Cade McNamara went down in the second series. With McNamara done for the season with an ACL injury, Hill makes his first start against the Boilers.
Yeah, I'll probably be a little more nervous. I think anybody would. But I think it's just keying in and focusing on what the fundamentals are and what the fundamentals of our game plan is. Just waiting on that.
Hill provides the Hawkeyes more mobility, which puts the bootleg back in the offense as well as the quarterback sneak. And that mobility could be important against a Purdue 5-man front that wants to bring pressure.
Sometimes it'll be those 5 guys rushing. Other times it'll be 3. So they mix it up with various coverages. So there's a lot of moving parts. And it's a challenge for everybody, really, to move the ball.
That's Iowa coach Kirk Ferentz. It's a 2:30 kickoff in Kinnick Stadium. It'll be carried by Peacock. After getting shredded at Oklahoma, the Iowa State defense faces another up-tempo offense at home against TCU. The Horned Frogs lost several key players from last year's team that made it all the way to the national championship game. But ISU coach Matt Campbell says the pedigree remains the same.
You're playing a football team that knows how to win. The fabric of being a championship football team certainly lies within their football team and their program, and it'll be a great challenge for us Saturday night for sure.
The Cyclones are 2-3 overall. TCU is 3-2 after a home loss to West Virginia. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff in Jack Trice Stadium. It'll be carried by Fox Sports 1. The UNI Panthers look for a third straight win with a visit to Indiana State. The Panthers opened Missouri Valley play with a 44-41 win over then 19th-ranked Youngstown State. Indiana State's 0-4, but Panther coach Mark Farley says they won't take the Sycamores lightly.
I don't care where you play or who you play. You better bring your A game because this league has got enough talent in it, and it's got enough coaching talent in it. It's got a lot of coaching talent in it that it's a tough league. And if you catch wins, you catch momentum. Hey, you're supposed to win. It's find a way to win.
The Panthers are 2-2 overall. Drake is at home in Pioneer Football League action tomorrow to take on Valparaiso. The Bulldogs open conference play with a 16-9 win at Morehead State. They're 1-3 overall. Up next, high school football. On the Scouting Report.
Hello, this is Lex Swivel, a registered nurse at Hancock County Memorial Hospital. The average wait for an emergency treatment nationwide is about 2 hours. When you come to Hancock County Memorial Hospital's emergency room, you can expect to be evaluated within 15 minutes of your arrival. When you have an emergency, Hancock County Memorial's ER is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, ready to provide you with the quality and efficient care you need. Your health, our care, a lasting partnership. Hancock County.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
The scramble begins in Class 2A District 1, where the title will be decided in the final 2 weeks. Tonight, it's second-ranked Central Lyon George Little Rock at number 6 Western Christian. Doug Brook has a preview.
This is a game with playoff implications in Class 2A. Central Lyon George Little Rock coach Curtis Eben says Western Christian presents a number of challenges. He says the Wolfpack offense will make them defend the entire field.
Well, they spread the ball around quite a bit. You look at their stats. You'll have 4 or 5 guys catch the ball per night, so it's not they're just one-dimensional, but they also spread the ball around. So, it's going to be a big night for us.
Western Christian coach Travis Clemens says they know the defending state champs will be a difficult test.
Probably the top team in the state right now, just the way they're playing and with the athletes that they have, and then just the other pieces that they've been able to put together with their front five, and their defensive line is really good as well. So, it's going to be a huge challenge.
The Lions look to remain unbeaten with a win, while Western Christian comes into the game with 1 loss and need a win to stay in the district title hunt. For the Radio Iowa Scouting Report, I'm Doug Brook.
Also in 2A, top-ranked Van Meter is on the road at Centerville. Number 3 West Lyon hosts Sheldon. In District 3, 2 of the contenders collide as Crestwood hosts New Hampton. Joe Haskovic reports.
New Hampton's returning All-Stater Braden McShane has rushed for over 200 yards each of the last 2 seasons against the Cadets. And Crestwood's head coach, Justin Dinner, believes that slowing McShane down will be a key to a Cadet win.
He's an outstanding player, plain and simple, and, probably one of the best overall football players we have in the area, all classes. Offensively, he's going to be a very tall task to defend.
For the Cadets to be successful tonight, Coach Dinner feels that execution and controlling the line of scrimmage will go a long ways towards securing a Cadet victory.
For us, it's about executing not only on drive 1, but executing on drive 10, drive 11, and continuing to execute. We got to win the line of scrimmage and be able to get ourselves into third and advantage goal.
Next week, both teams play teams also currently tied for first place in the district, as Crestwood wraps up the regular season on Thursday night hosting North Fayette Valley, while New Hampton closes by hosting Waukon. For the Radio Iowa Scouting Report, this is Joe Haskovic, KCZQ Cresco.
3A, the lead in District 5 is up for grabs as top-ranked Williamsburg visits number 4 Solon. After falling to Davenport Assumption in Week 1, Solon has won 5 straight, and Williamsburg coach Kurt Ritchie calls the Spartans a confident team.
They're going to believe and fight until the end, and that's what good programs, good teams do. And we talk about options, and they definitely have some options. They have 30 seniors out, and so just a large amount of numbers and a really good defensive team that has kind of really found their way and continue to improve on offense.
Also in 3A, second-ranked Creston visits Knoxville. It's number 3 Clear Lake at home against Hampton Dumont Cal. In a rated clash, 5th-ranked Harlan is on the road at number 8 Nevada. There's one rated matchup in Class 4A tonight. It finds 3rd-ranked Bondurant Farrar hosting number 7 Gilbert. It's top-ranked Adel ADM at home against Ballard, while number 2 Western Dubuque plays host to Waterloo East. This season, Bex is recognizing student athletes that are not just a star in athletics, but a player that shows heart in school, at work, through the community, and in the ag industry. Besides competing in football and wrestling, Aiden Sullivan of Nashua Plainfield is the drum major for the marching band.
Our school works really well together between sports and other extracurricular activities to give everyone the chance to do anything that they want to be involved in.
He's considered a career in the military and hopes to attend West Point.
When I found West Point, it was kind of like a combination of all the things I already do with leadership and community service and everything, but just kind of took it to the next step and allows me to do all the things that I want to do at once.
For Pekin's Will Adam, farming has been on both sides of the family, and his earliest memories are helping his father.
By the time I think I was 8, we started buying cattle, and then that's what I've done ever since, is work with cattle and work in the fields.
Evan Timmerman of Southwest Valley enjoys operating the large equipment on the family farm, and while in middle school, he started a lawn and landscaping business with a friend.
And then he already had clients on the building business. I already had clients on the landscaping business, so it kind of worked out to just expand from that and learn from both places of the mowing and landscaping.
Wyatt Sturman of South Tama grew up around horses and cattle and plans to study ag business at Texas A&M. He's also worked at a local sale barn.
I really like the environment of the sale barn. I want to have my own sale barn in the future.
His uncle is an auctioneer, and Wyatt attended auctioneering school this past summer.
Have the 40, have the 40, have 50, have the 50, have the 50, have the $50, have the 50, have the 50, have the 50. Last call, have the 40, have the 40, have the 50, have the 50. Sold, $40.
Beck's Players with Heart will wrap up Week 7 next on the Scouting Report.
Hi, I'm Mike Mefford, physical therapist with Hancock County Health System's Sports Medicine Department. My colleagues and I are redefining the rules of the game with our extensive sports medicine experience and knowledge and utilization of state-of-the-art equipment and facilities. Let me help you change your game by recognizing your athletic potential. Join me at the HCHS Wellness Center in Britt or at the Garner Rehabilitation Clinic. Hancock County Health System. Your health, our care, a lasting partnership.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
Southeast Polk entered this season with a target on its back. The two-time defending 5A champs are top-ranked but have had some near misses. 3 weeks ago, they edged Ankeny Centennial by 3, and last week it was a 3-point escape against Johnston. The Rams take a 6-0 record to number 4 Waukee tonight.
You know, they've handled it well. We've had some adversity, throughout the first 6 games, have been trailing in some ball games, which I think is good, and we've overcome, maybe not playing our best at times and making some mistakes.
That's Southeast Polk coach Brad Zelenovich. Also in 5A tonight, it's second-ranked Dowling Catholic hosting Urbandale. Number 3 Pleasant Valley is at Muscatine. Separated by 42 miles, a pair of longtime rivals collide in Marshalltown. Brandon Lewis has a preview.
It's the Highway 30 rivalry tonight at Leonard Cole Field in Marshalltown as the Marshalltown Bobcats are 1-5. They take on their rival, the Ames Little Cyclones, who stand at a mark of 2-4. Head football coach for the Bobcats, Adam Goodvin, says the Bobcats need to slow down running back Jamison Poe for Ames. 352 rushing yards this season, and he's accounted for 9 offensive touchdowns.
Yeah, we've seen him 2 years in a row now. He's a junior right now, and he's a talented athlete. He's tough to bring down. He's got a low center of gravity, and he's a strong kid. You can tell he's a smart football player. And after a couple games into the year, they moved one of their talented wide receivers, just a sophomore kid, to quarterback. And we got to read our keys and make sure that we're getting all 11 guys to the ball.
Ames has won 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two, including a 33-17 win last year. Goodvin says momentum will play a big role for the Bobcats.
We got to get that one way or another, whether that's special teams or it's a turnover on defense or a big play on offense. That's going to be huge for us.
For the Radio Iowa Scouting Report, I'm Brandon Lewis, KFJB TV.
There are a pair of rated matchups in Class 1A tonight. It's 4th-ranked Wilton hosting number 6 West Branch, while 5th-ranked MFL Marmac is at home against 9th-ranked Denver. Also, top-ranked Grundy Center is at home against Albernette. There is one rated matchup in Class A. Zarin Eggesdahl reports.
It's the Old Guard hosting the New Kids on the Block in Class A District 2 tonight when number 4 West Hancock takes on number 6 Lake Mills. Lake Mills has started the season 6-0, while West Hancock's lone loss is St. Ansgar. First-year Lake Mills head football coach Brady Kurtz says there's a little bit of a buzz around town.
There's no secret we've struggled to win football games here in Lake Mills for an extended period of time. Whenever you start a season 6-0, it does certainly build some excitement, positive vibes. The school, certainly on our football team around town, they just want to congratulate you and say you're doing a great job. It's a great feeling, certainly.
West Hancock coach Mark Sanger.
I tell you, they'll be excited. They'll be ready to come over and play, and with a lot on the line. But that's what high school football is all about. You got 2 groups of young men that are excited, emotional, and have something bigger than themselves they're playing for. And unfortunately, only one person can come away a winner, and we're going to find out who it's going to be.
Both teams are in, but are fighting for playoff seedings. Lake Mills, a win tonight and a win against St. Ansgar next week, and they are the district champions. I'm Zarin Eggesdahl, the Radio Iowa Scouting Report.
Also in Class A, top-ranked Woodbury Central's on the road at Tri-Center. There's one rated matchup tonight at 8-player. It finds top-ranked Ladbroke Rhinebeck at home against number 9 Clarksville. Also, second-ranked Winfield Mount Union plays host to Mormon Trail. That's all for the Scouting Report. For Radio Iowa Sports, I'm...
All right, it's now time for West Hancock football on KHAM B103 and streaming live at KIOW.com. Now let's head to your pregame and live play-by-play with the voice of Eagle football, Kevin Wilson and Jay Hiscock.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Mel, and welcome to West Hancock Football and the Miller and Sons pregame show. There are just 2 weeks left in the regular season, and teams are fighting for playoff positions. And tonight's contest features 2 teams doing just that as the Eagles welcome the Lake Mills Bulldogs to Sanger Field. I am Kevin Wilson alongside the Professor Jay Hiscox, and it got cool, Jay. We have football weather.
Yeah, it feels great. Definitely feels like football weather. Finally feels like fall, and unfortunately, Kevin, usually this fall season in North Iowa doesn't last very long. It just fall rolls into winter and cold and windy, and definitely got some wind tonight. That'll play a factor. Usually with these 2 teams, if the wind's going to play a factor, it's probably going to play a factor in the kick game, whether punting or kicking extra points into that north end zone. But should be a fun night. Really good Lake Mills team rolling in, and of course West Hancock's really got it rolling here these last couple weeks.
I hope we don't see any snow here, but it is going to be cool. And like you said, you were talking, said that word, that winter word. But Bulldogs come into tonight's contest tied with St. Ansgar atop the district standings. The Eagles and the Bulldogs will be clashing for just the 81st time. And the Eagles hold a 39-38-3 record. They've won 8 of the last 10 meetings between these 2 teams, and they'll look to extend that streak tonight here. This is a big game as far as the district placement in Class A District 2. So we're going to take a quick break. We come back, we'll get you familiar with this year's edition of the Lake Mills Bulldogs. This is West Hancock Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hometown Community Bank, offering expert banking products to fit all of your financial needs. Contact us today. Buffalo Center, Lakota, Lake Mills, and Price. Member FDIC.
The Titanium Lunchbox mobile food truck thanks you for your support, and we look forward to catering all your special events this year. Weddings, prom, graduation, reunions, or even a business luncheon. Choose anything off the Titanium Lunchbox menu or customize your own menu with casual or formal cuisine, even appetizers and desserts. Call us at 641-512-1187 today to book your event. The Titanium Lunchbox in Britt. What's in your lunchbox?
It was just that first one. Welcome back, everyone, to the Miller and Sons pregame show. And as promised, we'll have a breakdown of the Lake Mills Bulldogs. Whoops.
Yes.
Jay might just fall off his chair first.
Hey, just trying to pull a Circa Alta Aurelia.
Hey, thank you.
Let's break down those Bulldogs, Kevin. Let me know if they do start the anthem, and I'll step aside. But
no problem.
Brady Kurtz has taken over the reins of the Bulldogs program after the retirement of longtime coach Bill Burns. He brings the Bulldogs into the contest with a 6-0 record, ranked anywhere from 6 to 10, just depends on the polls that you're looking at. But Coach Kurtz has done a great job with this group thus far. They finish out the regular season though with West Hancock and St. Ansgar. So the schedule set up nicely for them through 6 weeks, and now they get these 2 big tests here headed into the playoffs. So they're going to find out a lot about themselves this week and next week. Statistically, the Bulldogs and Eagles are nearly identical. Less than 100 yards separate them offensively. Junior quarterback Hayden Helgeson is 15 of 30 for 233 yards and 1 touchdown. He also has 3 rushing touchdowns. Helgeson has spread the ball around amongst the quartet of receivers, of which the leader is Garrett Ham, a senior. He has 4 receptions for 107 yards, and I think Ham goes 6'3" or so. He's a good-sized target.
Yeah, 6'2", 180. Yep.
Another target is another senior, Alex Manis. He's got 4 grabs for 69 yards, and senior Logan Bacon has 3 catches for 19 yards, and then Landon Price, rounds it out. He's caught 2 balls for 21 yards. The rushing attack is led by Bacon and senior Bo Kaufman. Kaufman has 97 carries and 538 yards to go with 7 touchdowns, while Bacon is more of the big play threat. 45 carries, Kevin, 570 yards and 6 touchdowns. So well over 10 yards a carry there for Mr. Bacon. Alex Manis has added 197 yards. Bacon is the leading tackler, while junior Aiden Stenrud has 3 sacks and 10 tackles for loss. Senior Lance Helming has a sack and 10 tackles for loss of his own. And as a team, the Bulldogs have 7 sacks. They forced 6 turnovers. The Dogs come in scoring 32 points per game, and they give up 11 points per game defensively. So a good team, a lot of skill. We've talked about them the last couple of years.
Mhm.
You know, good size, good skill, good athletes. I know I'm familiar with them from basketball. And, you know, the Bacon name, Caleb Bacon, Logan's older brother, really making strides, making plays for the Iowa State football team. Logan is a little bit more of a little smaller in size, but a little more explosive athlete as far as quickness and speed, and he's a big play threat for the Bulldogs. So,
I know we commented last year that they were athletic last year, and just on the short end of the stick. But,
you know, and everybody, some people coming in were talking about they haven't played anybody schedule wise and that coming into this game. But for me, is him with Kurtz being a new coach, the schedule set up perfectly for them. For a team that kind of struggled the last couple of years to get over that hump and winning some close games, this year the schedule set up for them. So this is a confident team coming in at 6-0, and they've learned how to win. We'll just put it that way. And tonight will be a big, big test for them.
So what about the West Hancock Eagles?
Yep, West Hancock, we said last week the Eagles were facing a bit of a litmus test against South Central Calhoun. Well, they passed that with flying colors. They dominated the line of scrimmage. They racked up 439 yards rushing on just 30 carries. Side note here, Kevin, this offensive line is just continually, it was the biggest question mark coming into the season, but they have progressed nicely every week like a good team should. Well coached. Players are improving every week, and last week was kind of a culmination of that. They just
produced the block of the season.
The block of the season by Caden Douglas, and they've done a great job of just continually getting better, and hopefully that continues tonight. So as a team, they've rushed for just over 1,750 yards and 28 touchdowns. Quarterback Mitchell Smith has only 15 completions, but 6 of them ended in the end zone. He's yet to throw an interception, knock on wood. Jackson Peterson, Kale Zool, and Kellen Smith have each run for over 300 yards. We talked about that domination of the line of scrimmage, and we'd be remiss not to give a shout-out to Shaler Prignitz, Caden Douglas, David Smith, Ray Gretlick, Gunnar Faust, Nolan Baxke, and Zach Bukema. That group has come together and just been really, really good here these last few weeks. So want to continue to shout them out. So we will step aside here real quick and then finish up with that West Hancock breakdown, but we're going to get you our national anthem by the West Hancock Band. All right, Kevin, we will thank the West Hancock Band and continue to break down these Eagles. David Smith has stood out on the defensive line, Kevin. He has 5 sacks, 10.5 tackles for loss. Juniors Creighton Kelly and Brady Bixel are the leading tacklers with 32 tackles and 30.5 tackles, respectively. As a unit, the Eagles have 11.5 sacks, 34 tackles for loss. They have forced 14 turnovers and scored 4 touchdowns on defense. They've scored another 4 on special teams. Keys to tonight's contest: these teams have 2 similar offensive stats and defensive stats, and they they both want to win it on the ground and up front on the offensive and defensive line. So who's going to be able to win that battle up front? And then we talked last week about big game experience making a difference. You know, we had that, and that showed last week coming into that game. I think that's a huge edge for us. I would say for West Hancock, one thing to keep in mind is, like we did last week, get them behind the chains as far as off schedule, down and distance wise. So take care of business on first down. You know, maybe a negative play or something for them, tackle and loss in the backfield. And then the other one that I want to watch for Lake Mills is Logan Bacon. He's a pretty explosive player. Just watching some other live streams of their videos, he's one that can, if he gets out in open space, he can do some damage. So keep him in check. And then West Hancock offensively, like we always say, stay on schedule, down and distance, 3-4 yards at a time. First down is always a big down for us offensively. And if we can do that, we'll be all right. But it should be one whale of a ball game. And one thing I was Zaren's article he had this week preview. Coach Burns' first year in 1996. They started 6-0, came to West Hancock, and West Hancock put one on them. They ended up meeting again in the playoffs. West Hancock beat them, and of course West Hancock went on to be state champs that year. So a lot of similarities between Coach Kurtz and Coach names escaping Burns' first year. So always fun to look back at history and see how it repeats itself.
All right. Well, thank you for that assessment, Mr. Professor. We got about 3 minutes to go before game time. We'll take a minute break here on the Miller & Sons pregame show, and when we come back, we will have your starting lineups here at Sanger Field. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Baukelman Grain Equipment has been in the grain handling business in Britt for over 55 years. Call Paul at 843-3734 today for more information on grain bins and shivers drying equipment. Baukelman Grain Equipment in Britt, the grain drying specialist.
Britt Barn Grill. Get daily lunch specials, hot wings, burgers, roasted chicken, even a ribeye. Or to book a party at Main Avenue Event Center, call 641-843-4275. Weddings, reunions, birthday parties, or any private party. Don't miss all the action at the Britt Barn Grill or Main Avenue Event Center, downtown Britt.
Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt, Iowa. Looking for a get-up-and-go have-fun car? Check out Easy Go's new elite models powered by Samsung lithium technology with unbeatable power and performance, unprecedented zero-maintenance batteries, and an 8-year warranty. Check out our new pre-owned and customized options today at Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
All right, welcome back to the Miller & Sons pregame show. We want to thank Miller & Sons for bringing the pregame show to you tonight. They are your Easy Go golf cart headquarters for all things Easy Go and utility vehicle sales, service, finance, leasing, as well as providing winterization and storage. They sell Cushman haulers and Aluma trailers. That's Miller & Sons Golf Cars in Britt. Check out their inventory at millergolfcars.com or give them a call at 641-843-4132. West Hancock Eagles have won the toss, elected to defer. Hang on here, guys. Don't be pulling that over there. All right, we got to. I'm talking to a cord.
Runaway cord.
We got a runaway cord on me. Eagles have won the toss, elected to defer. They will kick and defend the south goal, I believe, but I'll check on that in just a second. So we'll go through the offensive lineup first for the Lake Mills Bulldogs. Eagles are going to defend the north goal. Starting at center for these Bulldogs, number 55 is Aiden Stendrud. He's a junior, 6'4", 210. The guards are 72, Wyatt Hannett, and 78, Brody Lawson, a junior and a senior, respectively, 220 and 285. The tackles, number 52, Lance Helming, good basketball player, Jay.
Yeah, they got a lot of good basketball players, Kevin.
6'4", 210.
They're all 6'4", 6'5", 6'6".
And Chase Getsky, he's a senior, 6'1", 210. At the split end is 0, Nash Delger. He's a sophomore, 5'6", 120. Our split end is number 24, Garrett Ham. He's a senior, 6'2", 180. In the backfield, the quarterback is number 12, Hayden Helgenson. He's a junior, 5'9", 140. And the running backs, Logan Bacon, Bo Kaufman, and Alex Manis, all seniors, and all 6'1", 5'8", 5'11", and all 180 pounds. And here's the kickoff, and it's taken at about the 7-yard line by Ham, and he is brought down just shy of the 20-yard line.
Manis on the return.
That
Kevin,
was
the
Manis.
seniors.
I'm sorry. I thought it was.
Oh, you say somebody else?
Yeah, I said Ham, but I didn't
Manis
see that.
goes 5'11", 185. He's a quick one, low center of gravity, built well. And we'll see what this Lake Mills offense can do. They run kind of a Navy-style offense, where they put the two wingbacks. A lot of times they'll motion guys. You'll see them throw it to them on the pitch or give it to the dive back, and then run a lot of triple option as well.
And Helgeson goes under center. They put Bacon in motion and give it to Kaufman. Yep.
Kaufman goes in motion.
Yeah, Kaufman went in motion, and they give it to Bacon. Had that just opposite of what I.
That was number 4. Was that number 4 in motion?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a number that don't have on my line.
Landon Price.
All right, there we go.
That was Kaufman on the carry.
A single receiver each way now. Helgeson under center. And the quarterback's going to keep it. And Helgeson is going to go forward for about a yard and a half, and that'll bring up 3rd down and a long 5 for the Bulldogs.
That was Bacon playing quarterback, Kevin.
It is Bacon playing quarterback.
They've moved some guys around on us.
Yes, they did.
We're going to have to keep up with that. So Bacon, number 5, in at quarterback. Don't see Helgeson.
Wonder if we had an injury that we don't know about. Anyway, Bacon under center. Now single receiver each way. Price went in motion, and he gives it off to Manis.
We just short.
And he'll be short, yeah. He'll be at the 28-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 2 for the Bulldogs. Make a note here.
We got all kinds of newness up here. I'm doing the same thing here, Kevin.
So Bacon
at quarterback, that gives a little bit more explosive athlete, but that might limit their pass game. But again, both these teams, they don't want to. They'd rather do it on the ground behind that big offensive line. They're going to go for it.
4th and 2 in their own territory at the 28-yard line. The Bulldogs will go for it.
Watch a hard count.
Bacon under center, drops the football, and he's going to be dropped right there. And West Hancock, I think, has the football, but at any rate, they will have the football because that'll make them short of the 1st down.
So it'll be yet another turnover forced and recovered. That one not impactful because they wouldn't have made the line to gain anyways, but it goes in the stat sheet. So West Hancock continues to be in the top of Class A in turnovers forced. That time Bacon mishandles the snap, and that's one thing, Kevin, with him being in at quarterback now, that center quarterback exchange could have a big impact on this football game.
Eagles come out, wing to the right, Mitchell Smith under center. Hearns gives that off to Zool. Zool goes off the left side, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of just a yard on 1st down.
Yeah, and it was Lance Helming knifing through the defensive line there on that one. He kind of spoiled that play a little bit. Zool had to bubble that out a little bit wider than he wanted to, and then his teammate comes up and makes a tackle.
2nd down and 9 now. Eagles wing to the right with Creighton Kelly. Mitchell Smith under center. Turns. Mitchell's going to keep it, go off the left side. And he's going to be over the 25, down to about the 24-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and about 5 for West Hancock. 4-down territory here. 9:20 to play.
Yeah, when you get a turnover in plus territory, Kevin, needing to get four yards or so on 1st down kind of goes out the window when you're in 4-down territory.
Right.
So 2 downs to get a 5 yards here for West Hancock.
And wing to the right now is Jackson Peterson. Mitchell goes under center. Hands it off to Zool straight ahead. And he's going to go down to about the 22-yard line the way it looks. And that'll bring up 4th down. They need to get to the 19. So it's going to be 4th and 3.
A gain of about 1.5 there for Zool. And so far, this Lake Mills defensive line, that's where I think their defense is best, Kevin. Their defensive line. They got the Stensrud and the Helming and Gatsky, 3 guys that are really good athletes. Good size, move well. That's where I thought that they may have a chance to hold up, and they've done a good job here on this first defensive possession.
Eagles got 2 receivers to the left. They give it to Mitchell Smith, and he keeps it. He goes off the right side, and he's going to be short. He's going to be short. They'll turn it over on downs at the 20-yard line. So both teams making stands on 4th down here in their first possessions.
Yeah, both teams really, it was a defensive line for both teams holding up there, and again, I believe that was Lance Helming that was lined up at that left defensive end position. Lance Helming, Kevin, what does he go size-wise?
210.
6'4", 210.
Yep.
A really good athlete. Big, strong, and moves well. Helgeson is now in at quarterback, it looks like.
Okay, so now they'll
Yep.
fake a man in motion, pitch it out to Bacon. Bacon's got the corner. He's going to be met by Zool and company, and not before he gains about 5 yards.
So interesting, we didn't see Helgeson that first possession. We saw Bacon line up at quarterback, and then we do see Helgeson there, number 12, line up the normal starting quarterback, and then Bacon back at his normal wing back position picks up 5, 6 yards, 7 yards on first down.
Single receiver each way now for Helgeson. He goes under center. Bacon in motion. And they'll give it to the first man through, and that's Manis, I believe. We'll check it here in just a second.
That was Kaufman.
Kaufman, okay, it was Kaufman. And he'll have first down yardage up to the Eagle 37, or Bulldog 38-yard line.
Kaufman's the smallest of the backs back there, but he lines up at fullback. He looks like he's built well, but he's just 5'8", 185, so kind of a lower target, you know, kind of like when we talk about Bixel coming into the game, Kevin, just a different target to try to find in that pile.
Single receiver each way now for the Bulldogs. And this will be Kaufman once again. So he'll go forward for about 2, and it'll bring up 2nd and 8. 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. No score. Each team having a possession and turning it over on downs. Bulldogs will come out. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Helgeson under center. And he's going to keep it. And he's going to go forward for a yard or so. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 6.
The pitch wasn't going to be there for Helgeson. He did a good job of just taking the 2 yards that were given to him and bring up a 3rd and manageable. Did that quarterback. Wes Hancock lining up. We've seen him line up in a 4-4 and 4-3. Last week was primarily 4-3. Looks like they're going to start in that this week. We'll see if they end up going back to the 4-4. I would imagine if they have trouble with the run game, they'll stack the box just a little bit more.
2 receivers to the right. Helgeson, ball's on the ground once again. And this one is being covered up by the Kaufman on the play, or Bacon. But he'll lose almost back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th and 9.
Two boxers just kind of throwing jabs right now, Kevin. Manis back to punt, it looks like.
Here's the snap. Punt is off. It's short. And it'll be downed at the Eagle 41-yard line. Will they'll take over for their second possession. 1st and 10, 5:29 to play, first period, no score here at Sanger Field.
We'll see what the offensive coaching staff has in store here with this series. Defense playing well for West Hancock so far, and also defense playing well for the Bulldogs of Lake Mills on their first possession as West Hancock gets ready to start their second drive of the game.
The wing to the right is Jackson Peterson, and it'll be Zool. And Zool stopped right at the line of scrimmage, might even have lost it a little bit.
And that time it was I believe Kaufman came on a run blitz, unless he just read that quick, but we're able to get Zool at his feet right at the line of scrimmage, no gain for the Eagle fullback.
So again, that same formation with Jackson Peterson, wing to the right. Mitchell Smith under center. Mitchell back to pass, and it's in and out of the hands of Jackson Peterson.
Yeah, ball thrown just a little bit behind JP there. Good coverage by the Bulldog defender. He makes a big hit on him. I'm not sure if that ball's completed. You know, there's not a lot of run after catch on that one, but Eagles going to face a 3rd and long here. Just under 5 minutes to go, 0-0 in this District 2 battle.
Again, Jackson Peterson wing to the right, and it'll be Jackson Peterson on the counter, and he's got the first down. He's into Lake Mills territory, dodging tacklers, and going down to about the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 West Hancock. Good, well-designed and timely play for West Hancock.
Gain of 24 for JP on the long counter play. And hopefully this sparks this offense now and we get a little bit of rhythm and get our mojo back offensively on this drive.
Eagles out of the huddle quickly. Wing to the left is Kellen Smith. And it'll be Kellen into the secondary, and he could go. He's got one man to beat. It's Bacon. He jukes him, and Bacon dragging him down at the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, West Hancock.
And mark it right at the, let's see, and mark it right at the 5,
Okay,
Kevin. So
yep.
call it a gain of 30 there. Back-to-back plays, same play, that long counter. They just run it left and then run it right, and it hits both times. So that tells me, Kevin, that they have focused on stopping the fullback. That's opening up for the other guys.
2 receivers left. Mitchell Smith in the shotgun formation. He'll keep it and run to the left. And he's in for the touchdown. So from 5 yards out, it's Mitchell Smith with 4:02 to go here in the first quarter, taking it in for the touchdown for West Hancock.
So the Eagles facing a 3rd down and relatively long there to start this drive. Jackson Peterson pops off a 24-yard run. Kellen Smith follows it with a 30-yard counter, long counter, the same play that JP hit. And then Mitchell Smith puts one in from 5 yards out. Eagles lead 6-0, 4:02 to go. There was a face mask on that touchdown, obviously declined.
So the Eagles will, I believe, go for 2 here. There's a full house backfield. Or actually, Mitchell in the shotgun formation. Flanked on either side by Zool and Creighton Kelly. And it'll be Mitchell putting his head down, diving into the end zone for the 2-point conversion off the right side. So with 4:02 to play in the first quarter, it's West Hancock 8, Lake Mills Bulldogs 0. This is West Hancock football on B103.
In-step flooring in Kanawha. Think of plush, luxurious carpets in hundreds of colors and patterns. Consider the handcrafted beauty of exotic and domestic hardwoods. There's also the diverse styles and durability of ceramic and luxury vinyl. Options for all budgets. Choose in-step flooring in Kanawha.
The Cobbler Shop in Britt has all your West Hancock apparel for your entire family, so you can cheer on our Eagles during every game. Everything from short to long sleeve t-shirts, crew and hooded sweatshirts, caps, scarves, mittens, and socks. Go Eagles from the Cobbler Shop in beautiful downtown Britt, Iowa. Now opening at 9 a.m.
Count on First State Bank of Britt and Woden to put your community first. We partner with your clubs. We cheer with you at the game. We make decisions right at home to help keep you financially strong. And with advanced online and mobile options, banking has never been easier. Good luck, Eagles, from First State Bank of Britt and Woden, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back. 4:02 to play in the first quarter. West Hancock on the Mitchell Smith quarterback keeper takes it in for the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and they lead 8-0 over the Bulldogs of Lake Mills. David Smith set the kickoff deep for the Bulldogs are Price, and then this one will be Price at about his 8-yard line. He runs straight up the field, and he runs into a wall finally at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, decisive run back there by Price, just kind of seen a seam and hit the Jets and not touched until about the 30-yard line. Nice return there by Landon Price. That'll set up the Bulldogs at the 33-yard line or so, Kevin, and we'll see what West Hancock can do defensively here on this drive. So far, so good. Their first 2 defensive possessions.
Single receiver each way now for the Bulldogs. Helgeson under center. Put a man in motion. Fake it, and then they give it a pitch out to Kaufman. Actually, is it? Oh, it's Bacon.
Bacon on the carry.
Pitching to that wingback in motion, Bacon, and a good block out there. I believe it was Manis, the wingback on the far side that was leading out that way. Made a nice block to kind of cave down that outside contain, and Bacon picks up a nice 6-yard gain on first down. You can kind of see his explosiveness in Logan Bacon on that run.
A single receiver each way now for the Bulldogs, and they give it Kaufman straight ahead, and he's going to take it to the 40, gain of just a yard and a half. It'll be 3rd down and about 2 for the Bulldogs.
Third down and 2.
We approach the 3-minute mark to go here in the first quarter.
Third and short. Prignan's going to come in for Vasky here. So we'll have Prignance and Douglas as the D tackles, Gretlet and Smith on the D ends.
Single receiver again for the Bulldogs, same formation, and it's going to be handoff to Kaufman, and he's going to be.
It's going to be real close.
Yeah, he's going to be short.
He might be short
He's
based on that other official coming in. That time you noticed when it was third and short, they walked up Kellen Smith to a
wow, they're going to give him the first down.
With no measurement. Interesting. Not really an argument from Coach Sanger, though, here, and he's got a better angle than we do down on the field. So, yeah, but I was going to going back to that third and short, they walked Kellen Smith up to a cornerback position and went back to more of a traditional 4-4 look there. So this time, back 1st and 10, they're going to have the 2 safeties deep.
And 2 receivers to the left, and it'll be a pitch out again, this time to Manis. And he'll be dropped at the line of scrimmage. Ran a long ways and didn't go anywhere.
That's just really good defensive contain there, leverage to the football, and just keep bouncing them outside. Trusting that your teammates are going to fill in behind there, and Manis runs a long ways to gain just a half yard.
So 2nd down, and we'll call it 9 with 1:40 to go in the first quarter. West Hancock leading 8-0. And over the Bulldogs of Lake Mills.
Have not seen Helgeson put it up in the air yet. His favorite target's going to line up to the far sideline. That's Ham, 6'3", receiver.
So 2 receivers to the right, and on cue, he fires it out there, but this one to Nash, or Delgar, excuse me.
Yeah, Delgar's a quick little athlete on the smaller side. That time they throw it to him on a bubble screen, and Ham throws a nice lead block out there, and Delgar picks up about 8 yards on 2nd and 9, so it gets him back to 3rd and short, gets him back on schedule. Good play calling there for Coach Kurtz and company.
So 3rd and 1, just under a minute to go. Single receiver each way. Helgeson puts his man in motion and hands it off. First pitch out to Bacon. Bacon's going to dive for the first down up to the Eagle 45.
That was one watching Creighton Kelly come in. He kind of slapped his helmet afterwards. He just took a bad angle. If he takes the correct angle, he's getting coached up by some of those seniors right now. If he takes the correct angle, he's going to make a tackle for loss in the backfield. Bad angle, and Bacon makes him pay, able to dive for the first down and move the chains here for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs in West Hancock territory at the 45, 1st and 10, and they're going to give it to Bacon, I believe, or Kaufman, excuse me. Actually, it was neither. That was a different number in there again.
David Smith on the tackle for the Eagles.
I think it's number 10.
Yeah, it's number 10. That's
PA announcer up here,
Carter
Nate
Christensen.
Lemon, we're trying to figure out who it was on that carry. Number 10?
I thought it was, but I want to confirm.
Say that name again.
Carter Christensen. Yep.
Okay.
He's a junior, 5'5", and that's the end of our first quarter, Jay. And the Eagles go into the second quarter leading 8-0 over the Bulldogs. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Britt Seed Company doesn't just sell corn and soybean seed. You can trust Britt Seed to understand your fields and place channel, corn, and soybean products that perform. With the new Smart Stacks Pro and XtendFlex technologies, you can be confident that you're getting the superior pest control and weed management you want, high yield potential you need, and the most of every season. Ask Al or Rick Burgard or Dave Lampy for recommendations for your field. Call Britt Seed Company today.
All right, welcome back here at Sanger Field. Eagles lead this one 8-0. Ended the quarter on the 43-yard line. And I wonder, what was the first name again? I thought I had you high. My bad.
Mandy Marovitz or Mandy Marovitz.
Marovitz.
Congratulations. Rachel will get a hold of you. So north 43 was the yard line.
So second down. Excuse me, Jay. 2nd down and 8 for the Bulldogs. And they're in West Hancock territory at the 43-yard line. Single receiver each way. Helgeson under center. One man in the backfield directly behind him, and he'll carry it, and that is Kaufman. And Kaufman has first down yardage off the right side.
Ball on the Eagle, 33.
So Kaufman takes a play off. I wonder if they just gave him an extra long break before the quarter there, Kevin. That time he bounces off the right side and picks up a nice gain on second down. Again, moves the chains. By far the best looking drive here for the Bulldogs.
And again, single receiver each way for Helgeson as he goes under center. Kaufman, the lone man in the backfield. They put Bacon in motion, handed off to Kaufman straight ahead, and he takes it just over the 30. He'll be marked down right at the 30-yard line. Second down and about 7.
The interior of the offensive line is carving out some holes here, Kevin. Got to get that corrected.
Single receiver each way once again. One wing to the right. Now they put him in motion, and they give it to Kaufman, and Kaufman's chewing up yardage down to the Eagle 12, 13-yard line, first and 10.
Gain of 17 there for Kaufman, so back to back to back, really nice runs by Kaufman. That time he made a nice little bounce cut out to his left and then hits the Jets. Really decisive runner from that fullback position, and they got something going here right now.
And then same formation, and they put man up, fumbles, ball's on the ground, and Helgeson picks it up and just comes forward. It's still rolling around out there, but they're going to give it back to the Bulldogs. They'll lose some yardage. They'll put it back to, actually they're going to give him the line of scrimmage, so no gain, second down and 10 from the Eagle 12-yard line. Bulldogs taking their time getting out of the huddle. Very deliberate. Two receivers left. Kaufman in the backfield. Kaufman fires it out there, and this one they're going to lose. It was out there to Nash Delger and read well by Luis Sandoval.
Yeah.
And Luis, I think he had no chance of picking that one, but decided to do the safe play.
Yeah, he saw that coming all the way. Same play that they had success on prior to the second quarter beginning, and that time Sandoval comes up from his safety position, lines up over top of Degler, and makes a nice play in the backfield to get him behind the chains.
So Helgeson, with a single receiver each way, will go under center this time. And back to drop straight back, and he fires one out there. This one intercepted by Luis Sandoval inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So the Eagles turn him over.
Louis.
That one was a little bit lame duckish, and I don't know if it slipped off his hand or what.
They were trying to hit Manison, the wheel route, out of the backfield, and Luis saw that coming the whole way, snuck in front of it. Second turnover here for this West Hancock defense. They'll take over inside their own 10-yard line to start this drive, but Lake Mills had a great drive going there, giving it to the fullback. They go pass play, back-to-back plays, and Luis Sandoval makes a tackle in the backfield on the bubble screen and then comes up with the interception of Helgeson. West Hancock takes over.
And the Eagles will come out, falls backfield, give it to Jackson Peterson. He's dancing, looking for room, and he gets it just over the 10. Takes a pretty good lick at the end there. He was being held up, but he's able to get about 3 yards on first down, so it'll be second down and 7 for West Hancock. Old coach once told me, Jay, drives aren't good unless they end in the end zone.
Yep.
So we'll see how that turns out with the big turnover by West Hancock as they come out now second and 7, 9 minutes to go before halftime, and they're going to give it straight ahead. Good push this time for Zool, and he'll have a first down, I believe. He's going to close. Yeah, they're going to say
Smith kind of leading the way down there, and then
they're going to say he's just short, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
If you're Lake Mills, I got to feel like this is a really important drive because they've got to have a lot of confidence in how this game is gone, and then all of a sudden they're driving the ball, their best drive of the game. If they were to not get a stop here, it could do some serious damage to their psyche.
And Zool's going to have the first down. And he's going to take on about 4 tacklers, and he'll end up losing eventually, but not before he gains about another yard on it, up to just beyond the 20.
Ham makes the tackle. First down for the Eagles.
5th carry of the night for that Eagle fullback, 16 yards. Lake Mills did a good job through the first quarter of just really limiting the Eagle fullback. Looks like we've made a few adjustments to give him a little bit more room.
Eagles will come out wing to the right. Mitchell's going to give it to Kellen Smith. He's got the corner on the right side. And he's got some room to run. He's got first down yardage. He's at midfield into Lake Mills territory and pushed out of bounds.
See where they spot him out. Looks like it's going to be right at the midfield stripe. If so, that is a gain of 29 there for Kellen Smith on the outside trap. We saw him score 4 times in the first half on that play last week to Kellen Smith. He had 6 carries, 219 yards for the game. He had that stat line through a quarter and a half last week down in Lake City.
Wing to the left, and it's going to be Jackson Peterson this time. Jackson's got the corner, and he goes over the 45 down to the 44. A nice gain on first down of 6 yards for West Hancock.
I think the Eagles have kind of identified that Lake Mills is kind of selling out to stop that fullback, Kevin. That's really opening things up for Peterson and Smith, Kellen Smith that is, and wouldn't be just surprised to see him go a little bit more gun this game to get Mitchell Smith in on that run game.
Jackson Peterson is wing to the right for West Hancock. Mitchell Smith under center. And it's going to be Jackson Peterson
Big
on
block.
the counter. He's got lots of room to run, and he's dodging and weaving, and he's inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10, West Hancock.
That long counter, that's the 3rd time we've seen it. Jackson takes a souvenir from Bob Sanger Field. He's got a little bit of turf in the helmet. He's going to come take a break. Creighton Kelly will give him a break, but great run there by Jackson Peterson. We'd be remiss not to give a shout out to Zach Bukema leading the way there from his end position.
Wing to the right. Kellen Smith will carry it, and he's going to be spun around and gets in and gets out of a tackle and then driven backwards. And they're going to give him just a line of scrimmage, so it'll be no gain for Kellen on that one. First time we've seen Kellen not gain yardage probably in 2 weeks.
It's been a while.
Jackson Peterson will swap positions with Creighton Kelly in the Eagle offensive lineup. Wind looked like it was going to die down a little bit, and now it's kind of come back a little bit. As the Eagles will come out now with a full house backfield. Mitchell will be under center, and it's going to be Zool straight ahead. And he's got a good push, really good push, as Caden Douglas is out there. And actually that was Faust, Gunnar Faust, making a good push. And 3rd down and 5 now for West Hancock. 4-down territory as they're at about the 12-yard line. So a wing to the left, and it'll be Jackson Peterson. And Jackson takes it inside the 10, down to about the 9.
Going to be short about 1.5 yards. Kevin will bring up 4th and 2.
4th and 2, 5:30 to play, first quarter. And we'll see what West Hancock will do here. Certainly go for it. But what will be the play call? Will we see a full house backfield, or will we see him come out in the gun? We're going to have to hurry here as they're just creeping down under the 10-second mark as they're going to the line of scrimmage. Full house backfield for the Eagles. Mitchell Smith under center. 5 on the shot clock, and it's going to be Mitchell on the carry. He's got the first down inside the 5.
They stopped the play.
And they stopped the play here because
stopped forward progress. He picked up a first down, but Mitch looked like he was going to spin out of that, and
official on the near sideline, I think.
Quick whistle there, but Mitch does the most important thing on that play. He picks up the first down and moves the chains. 1st and goal, West Hancock at the Lake Mills 5-yard line.
So wing to the right now for the Eagles, and it will be Kellen. Kellen gets out of a tackle, gets out of another tackle, dives forward for the touchdown. So from 5 yards out, it's Kellen Smith putting the Eagles on the board once again with 4:33 to go in the second period.
What a run for Kellen Smith. He was dead to rights in the backfield. I think that was Kaufman that had his arm, and Kellen able to shake away. Again, those wrestling skills coming in. Doesn't want to get taken down. Able to find the goal line and punch one in. West Hancock, their second 5-yard touchdown of the game. They now lead 14-0, 4.5 minutes to go in the first half.
So they'll go for 2 on the conversion once again. And they'll come out with 2 receivers left. That's Kellen Smith and Nolan Vasky. And it's going to be Mitchell off the right side, puts his head down, dives forward for the 2-point conversion. So with 4:33 to go before halftime, West Hancock leads Lake Mills 16-0. This is West Hancock football on B103.
So here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save money. State Farm agent Jay Hiscox is ready to help you combine home and auto and save in Britt. Call Jay or Lindsay today at 641-843-3563. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
KC Nielsen Limited, your local John Deere implement in Kanawha, Buffalo Center, Titonka, and Algona.
They carry a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory for your farming operation when it comes to inspecting your John Deere equipment and providing you precision ag support. KC Nielsen has the total package to get the job done right.
Visit kcnielsen.com and follow them on YouTube.
Hi, this is Mike Ewing. For more than 40 years, my family and our staff at Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company have been caring for your families with personalized services as unique as the lives each of us live. Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company, serving Britt, Kanawha, Clarion, Belmont, Dow's, and all of the surrounding communities for generations and generations to come.
All right, welcome back. 4:33 to go here for the before halftime, and David Smith set to kick off. Price and Manis back for the Bulldogs. This one's kicked short and covered up at the 36-yard line by one of the up men. And so the Bulldogs will start 1st and 10 from their own 36.
Some score updates for you, Kevin. Tri-Center leads Woodbury Central 7-0. Linville Sully 7-0 over Martindale St. Mary's. ACGC is hosting Mount Air tonight. Mount Air leads that one 12-7. Wapsie Valley 12-0 over Club Dub, also known as BCLUW.
And the Bulldogs trail here 16-0, and they'll give the ball off to Bacon. And Bacon's going to go forward for about 2.5, maybe
Kaufman.
3 yards. Kaufman, was it Kaufman?
Yep, the fullback.
Oh, okay.
Hampton Dumont trails Clear Lake 7-0. Humboldt also trails Algona by the same score, 7-0.
Hampton Dumont running into a tough schedule here the last couple of weeks,
Yes,
losing
they
close
are.
games.
And Maquoketa Valley, Northland, that's a big one in Class A. Maquoketa Valley leads that one by a touchdown, 14-7.
And the single receiver left, 2 to the right. They pitch it back here to Bacon, and Bacon being run down, and he's got the corner, and he's going to be taken down at about the 38-yard line.
Forced out of bounds by Sandoval.
And Luis Sandoval coming over and finally getting him out of bounds.
Gain of 23 there. That's the guy we kind of highlighted in the pregame, Kevin, was Logan Bacon. He's a pretty exceptional athlete, comes from good bloodlines, and that time picks up 23 on the pitch play, getting down here the near sideline.
Single receiver to the left now for Helgeson. And he's going to hand it off to Kaufman. Actually 10, that's number 10, Christensen. And David Smith making the stop at the, just outside the 35-yard line. We'll actually call it the 36-yard line.
So good news, bad news, Kevin. We're holding Bacon underneath his average, but he still got 5 carries, 44 yards. He came in tonight averaging well over 10 yards a pop, and he's a special athlete for the Bulldogs.
And they'll send their single receiver each way. Wing to the right and a wing to the left, that double wing. And they will get it off to Christensen again, or Carter Christensen, yeah.
As Mitchell Smith met him rather rudely from his middle linebacker position. Maybe that'll give a spark to this defensive stand here for West Hancock. Going to be 3rd and longer than Coach Kurtz wants to see. Probably 4-down territory at the plus.
And they actually give him
5-yard line. Yeah, they gave him about a yard
Give him more than I thought they should have, probably. 2:45 to play before halftime. Both teams have all their timeouts. Single receiver to the left. And they give it off to Christensen again. And he's going to have a first down.
Christensen shows some good wiggle there from the fullback position. They're doing a good job of catching this defensive line off guard and hitting it with that fullback.
Now a single receiver each way. Helgeson looks things over, and now he's moving some people around. We're going to have a timeout by the Bulldogs with 2:16 to play. We'll take a break with them. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Hi, I'm Brent McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive in Brent. Big or small jobs, we do it all. Tires, oil changes, and other vehicle maintenance, inspections, brakes, even transmission and engine work. And with 24-hour roadside service calls, count on our McNeese Tire family to be there for your child when it matters most. McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Brent on Highway 18. Call 843-3536 or visit us on Facebook.
Tap. Go. First Citizens Bank's contactless debit cards make purchases easy. Call us at 800-423-1602 or stop in to see us about getting one today. First Citizens Bank, member FDIC.
All right, welcome back, everyone. 2:16 to go before the halftime break here. Lake Mills in West Hancock territory at the 28-yard line with a 1st and 10 out of the timeout. They used their first timeout of the half. A little bit of confusion in the lineup where people should be as Helgeson goes under center. Now we've got, what do we got? We got another timeout. Oh, this time we have a timeout by West Hancock.
Yeah, we're missing a defensive lineman. Again, the best defense is always the 4-4-4 defense if you can get away with it. The worst defense is the 3-3-3 or
anything
3-4-3. That's not good either. So,
well, we'll keep it here, obviously, and you know, like you commented during the commercial, the first commercial break. Offensive line,
offensive and defensive line. We always looked at the roster and the size of the kids and thought, man, they should be all right if they can get it together on the offensive and defensive lines. And I'm impressed right now with Lake Mills, what they're doing on the line of scrimmage offensively and defensively. They got the size. I mean, the Hanna kid, number 72, big kid, moves really well. He chased JP down on a long run. He's been starting since his freshman year. He goes 6'4", 220. Gatsky, 6'1", 210. Aiden Stensrud, a lot of people know that Stensrud name. And yes, he does come from that family, 6'4", 210, just a junior. And then Helming and who's the other guy? I'm looking over.
Chase Gatsky.
Gatsky to round things out. But really good size on that offensive line and doing some really good things for Coach Kurtz and company.
So they'll come out now with the single receiver again each way, a little tighter formation. They're going to give it to Bacon off the right. And he runs right by a would-be tackler in Kellen Smith. And he just bulldozes his way inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So West Hancock.
Gain of 23 there for Logan Bacon. And you can see he's a different type of player, man. He's turns on the jets. He's one of the fastest guys on the field and then one of the most physical guys finishing runs. And that time another gain of 23 has Lake Mills set up inside the red zone for the second time tonight. We'll see if they can cash in here.
2 by 1 to the left, one to the right, fumble on the play. Helgeson covers it up. And he'll go from the 5, they'll back up to about the 6-yard line on that one. So it becomes second down and goal.
Third time we've seen the ball hit the turf on that quarterback center exchange. The first time was when Bacon lined up. He started the game lining up as quarterback as Helgeson, a little bit dinged up, did not start the game. Kaufman back in at fullback here as it's been Christensen the last few plays.
Single receiver each way. Kaufman digs in back there. And it'll be Helgeson. Tried to keep it. I don't know if he just missed the handoff or he was.
I think there was some weird movement up on the line of scrimmage. I wonder if it was one of those things where the center snapped it sooner than everybody else was moving, but Helgeson was not happy with somebody after that play, and that play went backwards quick.
And back another yard. And it'll be third down and goal from the 7 in that same formation. They put Bacon in motion. We've got whistles.
Flag.
We got a flag on the play.
That was kind of a unique motion there that Bacon did. And I think it was because it was initiated towards the line of scrimmage. Usually when that wingback's going in motion, he's coming in motion, but he's kind of orbiting behind, going backwards from the line of scrimmage. That's why you can get away with it. That time he lined up behind the fullback and made a motion towards the line of scrimmage. I think that's what the call was.
Doing one of those Canadian starts.
The running start.
There you go. Two receivers single receiver to the left. They pitch it out here to Bacon, and Bacon's got some room to run, but he's going to be cut down rudely. Ball's out. West Hancock has the ball. West Hancock turns it over with 29 seconds to go, denies Lake Mills. They had the ball 1st and 5 and lost yardage on the second down and third down, and then turned it over.
Kevin, we talked last week before the South Central, the big game experience. West Hancock has that big game experience. Lake Mills back-to-back drives where they've driven inside the red zone. It's really just been mistakes on their own, by their own doing to cost them points here. And this one is, on that one, they were 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. They back up a couple times via penalty and then put the ball in the deck and give it back to West Hancock.
It'll be a full house backfield for the Eagles.
Now
and they'll give it off to
Mitchell.
Mitchell Smith will keep it, actually, and he'll take it up to about the 20-yard line. And 21 ticks to go. The Eagles, I thought maybe they would just be content to run the clock out, but after a big gain on 1st down.
I think Mitchell might have missed that handout.
I think you're right.
Just hearing some noises to my left here, and Mitchell just tucked it up and picks up about 12, more than that, about 13. Eagles going to run the clock out here, it looks like, and head to halftime. With the lead, they will receive the second half kick. I'm going to turn down my mic, Kevin, and start adding stuff up.
We'll see if they have to. It's play clock and the game clock are in sync, and we'll go to halftime. Up 16-0 over the Bulldogs of Lake Mills. We'll take a break here. We come back for the McNeese Tire halftime show.
Hi, I'm Brent McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive in Brent. Big or small jobs, we do it all. Tires, oil changes, and other vehicle maintenance, inspections, brakes, even transmission and engine work. And with 24-hour roadside service calls, count on our McNeese Tire family to be there for your child when it matters most. McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Brent on Highway 18. Call 843-3536 or visit us on Facebook.
Admit it, nothing says barbecue like Big Brad's. For 12 years, offering award-winning barbecue for vending, catering, parties, reunions, graduations, or any other event in your future. Book Big Brad's Barbecue today. Call 515-293-0791. And let's go Eagles.
Hancock County Health System physical therapy programs are here for you. For high school athletes to retirees, HCHS will guide you in minimizing your pain and maximizing your mobility. Hancock County Health System, your health, our care, a lasting partnership.
If you've been to a wedding in the Midwest in the last 2 decades, chances are good it's been Mojo Productions rocking the reception. And if it's a party you want, Mojo Productions can deliver. Street dances, private parties, even karaoke. Mojo Productions has you covered. So give us a call at 515-408-1074 and get Mojo working for you.
Sense Seed and Services in Britt, your local Pioneer team. Pioneer brand soybean varieties are raising the bar on yields and pushing those yields even higher with local knowledge, services, and support. So make the most of every acre with Pioneer brand soybeans and premium seed treatments like Levo. Sense Seed and Services in Britt and Pioneer, with you from the word go.
Hi, I'm Brent McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive in Brent. Big or small jobs, we do it all. Tires, oil changes, and other vehicle maintenance, inspections, brakes, even transmission and engine work. And with 24-hour roadside service calls, count on our McNeese Tire family to be there for your child when it matters most. McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Brent on Highway 18. Call 843-3536 or visit us on Facebook.
All right, welcome back to the McNeese Tire halftime show. Recap the scoring for you here in the first half as West Hancock leads this one 16-0 over the Bulldogs of Lake Mills. West Hancock struck first after both teams were not able to move the ball and convert 4th downs. on their first drives. West Hancock was able to punch it in from 5 yards out with 4 minutes to go, 4:02 on the clock to be precise. In the first quarter, Mitchell Smith took it in from 5 yards out. He converted the 2-point conversion to put West Hancock up 8-0. And then with 4:33 to go before the halftime break here, Kellen Smith took it in from 5 yards out. He was actually what should have been tackled in the backfield, and he was able to get out of it and work his way in from 5 yards out. Mitchell Smith converted the 2-point conversion once again. And the Eagles going into the locker room here at halftime, 16-0 over the Lake Mills Bulldogs. Big first half for both teams, really, Jay. And you mentioned it, the difference
Lake
in
Mills
big games.
It's been mistakes that have cost them. Down 16-0, but they were inside the red zone twice, come away with 0 points. That last one, it was just a couple negative plays. The first one, it was Luis Sandoval made a really good play on a bubble screen to kind of knock him off schedule, a tackle in the backfield on a bubble screen, then he picks up an interception. And then that last time, Bacon, was terrific on that drive, and they really got that fullback going, but it's just one of those things, they get down there and then kind of shoot themselves in the foot a couple times. We've seen the ball hit the ground a couple times on center quarterback exchanges, and then the penalty was really the killer for the Bulldogs on that last drive. But I've been impressed with what they're doing up front, offensive and defensive line, and then Bacon is a special athlete. He's one of those all-state type of athletes. But for West Hancock, they've done, we've talked about Lake Mills and that, but West Hancock defensively has done a good job of limiting huge plays, and keeping them out of the end zone. Good teams are going to bend and not break sometimes. We see that a lot with, Iowa football and, their defensive philosophy, and West Hancock doing a little bit of that tonight. And then offensively, West Hancock did a good job of adjusting. I thought after the first couple drives, you could see that Zool was kind of a marked man. They were kind of selling out to stop that fullback, and West Hancock makes the adjustment. They hit back-to-back long counters by JP and Kellen Smith to set up their first touchdown, and we've seen Smith and Jackson Peterson both run for well over 10 yards a carry early in this one, and both of them have Zool doubled up in rushing numbers, and sometimes you got to take one for the team, for the fullback, and know that teams are going to try to stop you and see what happens on the outside. West Hancock taking advantage offensively with Kellen Smith and Jackson Peterson. So stat-wise for Lake Mills, I had them running for 148 yards in the first half, 151 for West Hancock, so really even there. They were led by Bo Kaufman, 8 carries, 50 yards, and then Logan Bacon, 7 carries, 70 yards for that wingback, Logan Bacon. Helgeson, a few carries for 6. Christensen doing a good job of spelling the fullback. He's coming in. He's got 4 carries, 14 yards, and then Manis, a couple carries for 6. Helgeson is 2 of 3 through the air, 4 net yards. Both were to Nash Degler, and then he also threw an interception that was picked off by Luis Sandoval, who's making an early run for that State Farm Player of the Game. Kevin?
So 3 turnovers in the first half, 2 of them really big ones for Lake Mills.
Yep. And then for West Hancock, Zool, 6 carries, 21 yards. Mitchell Smith, 4 carries, 14 yards, and a 5-yard touchdown to kick things off. Jackson Peterson, 5 carries, 52 yards. Kellen Smith, 4 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown. And then Smith was 0 of 1 through the air. He was looking for Jackson Peterson on a short pass play. And that's your stats for the first half. But the big one, Kevin, turnovers, 3-zip in favor of West Hancock, and then penalties as well in favor of West Hancock. So that's the story of your first half.
All right. Thank you, Jay. We're going to take a couple-minute break here. We come back to Minnie's Tire Halftime Show. Easy for me to say. We'll get you caught up on scores from all around the area, and we'll run through the Radio Iowa poll. Once again, this is West Hancock football, and they lead at halftime, 16-0 over Lake Mills Bulldogs.
Hi, I'm Brent McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive in Britt. Big or small jobs, we do it all. Tires, oil changes, and other vehicle maintenance, inspections, brakes, even transmission and engine work. And with 24-hour roadside service calls, count on our McNeese Tire family to be there for your child when it matters most. McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Britt on Highway 18. Call 843-3536 or visit us on Facebook.
Britt Food Center. Experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli and bakery items. Download the Bright Aisle mobile app for digital coupons, recipes, email offers, and smart zone alerts to save even more. Or visit us online at BrittFoodCenter.com.
Power up your toolbox. Make lawn care, painting, and outdoor building projects quick and easy, or transform your backyard into a chilling, grilling space. Swenson's Hardware in Britt is ready to help you do it best. Shop in store or online 24/7 at swensons.doitbest.com. Free, fast delivery to our store. Swenson's Do It Best Hardware in Britt, serving Eagle fans for over 40 years.
Score the best Wi-Fi experience with fast fiber from ComOne. Get up to 1 gigabyte plus local support 24/7 so you can keep streaming your Eagles and Cardinals too. ComOne, the local one, serving Hancock, Wright, and Humboldt County neighborhoods with the most reliable internet, telephone, and digital HD TV. Click ComOneNet.net today.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt is a proud supporter of West Hancock athletics, music, arts, and education, as well as many activities and organizations in the Britt and Canal community. You support us, so we can support them. Check us out on Pritchards.com. Give us a call or stop in and let us earn your business. That's Pritchards.com. Go Eagle.
Hi, I'm Dave Strosnick, president of Stellar Industries. The employee owners of Stellar Industries reflect the values of small-town living: honesty, integrity, kindness, and caring. With locations in Garner, Kanawha, and Mason City, Stellar is a proud supporter of high school athletes from across the North Iowa area. Log on to StellarIndustries.com to learn more about Stellar and how you can become part of our family.
Hi, I'm Brent McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive in Brett. Big or small jobs, we do it all. Tires, oil changes, and other vehicle maintenance, inspections, brakes, even transmission and engine work. And with 24-hour roadside service calls, count on our McNeese Tire family to be there for your child when it matters most. McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Brett on Highway 18. Call 843-3536 or visit us on Facebook.
He's looking. Oh, all right. We're watching some West Hancock flag football going on out on the field right now. And we're just, doing a little play-by-play there.
You got the Eagles and the Eagles, the looks like it's a Philadelphia Eagle logo. The green team versus the white team on one side. Well, green team versus white team on the other side, too. So
a little confusion here. Anyway,
so deficit is going crazy right now, trying to watch two games at one time. So let's go through some rankings here, Kevin.
Alrighty.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association now puts out their rankings coming into this week. St. Ansgar ranked number 1 at 6-0. Woodbury Central number 2 at 6-0. Woodbury Central currently leads Tri-Center 14-7. West Hancock comes in at 5-1 at number 3. Madrid 6-0 comes in at number 4. Number 5 is Lisbon. They are also 6-0. Lisbon really similar to this Lake Mills team as far as their resume coming in. Not a great schedule, but they've taken care of business with the schedule that's been put in front of them. Wapsie Valley is number 6, 5-1. ACGC comes in at number 7. They are 6-0. ACGC currently leads Mount Ayr 21-18. What many think should be a good game, and that's coming to fruition right now. Linville Sully, number 8. They come in at 5-1. At last report, they were leading Martindale St. Mary's 7-0. Lake Mills, of course, tonight comes in at number 9 in the association poll. Akron Westfield comes in at number 10. Other scores around the area: Woodbury Central 14-7, like we said. Linville 7-0 over Martindale St. Mary's. Wapsie Valley 12-0 over BCLUW. A couple big games: Maquoketa Valley and North Lynn. North Lynn leads that one 15-14. And then North Butler and Nashua are tied at 6. Kevin, I'm going to make a little prediction. Possibly one of those two teams are kind of who I'm looking at right now for a potential first-round playoff matchup for West Hancock. We will see how that district shakes out and what the state does and puts teams where. But those are two teams I kind of got my eye on. Clear Lake leads Hampton-Dumont 7-0. Algona 14-3 over Humboldt. And Spirit Lake all over GHV as GHV travels west tonight. They trail 42-0 in that one. And of course, the Bears won last night.
Yes, sir.
And the Hawkeyes play tomorrow against Purdue for homecoming. Iowa State's got who's Iowa State got this week? TCU? At home? Yes, at home tomorrow. Going to be honoring Jack Trice tomorrow, I believe, with some special jerseys and stuff. So always a fun time of year when you can watch games all week long, Kevin.
Yes,
basically
sir.
every night of the week.
Well, yeah, I read somewhere this week and you can see a game on TV every night between now and Thanksgiving.
50 days in a row. There will be some sort of televised pro or college game, and if I got nothing else going on, you'll probably see me in my man cave and have a couple TVs lined up. And
don't be calling in any insurance claims over the next 50 days, folks. So Jay's not going to be there.
Lindsay will answer the phone.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break here. We come back. We'll get ready for the second half. West Hancock leads this one 16-0 at the half. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Go Eagles from the Britt Chamber of Commerce and our members including Scott Johnson Drainage, Charleston Auto Parts, Westview Care Center, Allies for Substance Abuse Prevention, and Big Brad's Barbecue. We appreciate your support. See the Britt Chamber of Commerce Facebook page for info and events.
Forge and Build is Britt's one-stop shop for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. Not sure what you're looking for? Let their trained professionals help you determine what lumber, tools, or hardware you'll need to get any job done. Stop by and see them at First Avenue Northeast in Britt, or visit them at forgeandbuild.com.
We want to see your smile. Garner Dental Group provides orthodontic treatment for all ages. A platinum-level Invisalign office is right here in North Iowa. Dr. Amy and Dr. Bree would love to show you what orthodontics can do for you or your child. Garner Dental Group. We provide everything your smile needs to shine. Visit us today at garnerdental.com to find out more.
All right, welcome back, everyone. And we talked a little bit just a few minutes ago about the association rankings. The Radio Iowa poll has Woodbury Central #1, St. Ansgar 2, Madrid 3, West Hancock 4.
Got a Madrid score update for you. As I say, Madrid leads 21-0 over North Mahaska.
All right. Lake Mills, Linville Sully coming in at 5, Lake Mills at 6 on that one. Lisbon, ACGC, easy for me to say, Wapsie Valley, and Starmont round out the top 10. That Starmont team a bit of a surprise this year. So they're coming in 5-1, ranked 10th, and they're playing Bellevue tonight.
Yep. And one thing, Kevin, the three polls I kind of look at right now: Radio Iowa, the association poll, and then BC Moore. And usually it's kind of the same teams in a similar order. This year it's the first three teams for the most part, and then you don't know what you're going to get. It's kind of all over the place, but it seems to me like if you take a composite of the polls, that the three teams that the computers and the people really like right now are West Hancock, St. Ansgar, and Woodbury Central. You kind of find them towards the top three of everyone. Madrid's in the top three. I think, what do you say, 3 in the Radio Iowa poll, but yet in other polls, the computers don't like them, and then in the association they're down a little bit more. So it's you see that with some other teams, but the three that kind of are consistently in that top 3 or 4, Woodbury Central, St. Ansgar, and West Hancock. I still, you know me, my East Buchanan is one of those teams out there, just because there must have been some stuff going on at the beginning of the season, but they seem to have things rolling now, and it'll be interesting to see how things shake out and what the association, how they pod these teams up this year. Are they truly going to go by the poll and say, okay, these 8 teams are all going to have their own pod per se, and if that's the case, then West Hancock would be lined up in an opposite pod of St. Ansgar. But it's always interesting. The frustrating thing for us, who we like to try to predict, and that is, it seems to be a moving target every year with how they're going to seed teams, if there's going to be a sister district, that sort of thing. So we shall see.
We shall. Going back to the district, there is a scenario where if West Hancock wins this one tonight and Lake Mills would win, and assuming that they'll go back to the 17-point differential to break a three-way tie, if I'm reading it correctly. There is a scenario where West Hancock could still be the district champion.
Yeah, Lake Mills. Coming into this game, we weren't sure what we were going to see with Lake Mills just because of the schedule and that. But I'll say I'm impressed by them. I could definitely see a scenario where they are able to knock off St. Ansgar next week if they limit some things. And there's a lot left to go in this game. A whole another half. But
correct. And if you're coach for Lake Millston, you're telling your team right now you're in this game.
Yeah, you're going to make some adjustments defensively.
Take care of the ball.
Defensively to take care of Smith and Peterson. They kind of hurt you getting outside with that outside trap. But the thing with that is if you make that adjustment, then you might open some things up for Zool. That's always the yin and the yang as far as the adjustments defensively when you're playing this West Hancock team. And then, you got a 6'4", 215-pound quarterback back there that moves just as well as anybody else. So you got to limit how you're going to, or figure out how you're going to stop him as well. And then offensively, there's not a ton of change. It's just a matter of cleaning up some mistakes, and it's just been negative plays that put them behind the chains or some penalties, and then give them the ball to the other team. And anytime you're turning it over 3 times in a half, that's never a good recipe for scoring points, Kevin.
And it feels like this first drive that we're just about to see here. That's a big drive for Lake Mills.
Especially mentally, from a confidence standpoint, if they can come out and get a 3 and out, or at least turn them over on downs, force them to punt, whatever, that's going to do a lot for them from a mental standpoint. If West Hancock is able to drive down and finish this with a touchdown, West Hancock, I would believe, is really going to get it going and roll in the second half. But first, they always say a lot of times the last drive of the first half, first drive of the second half are really, really important football games, and no more so than in this game.
All right, so set to kick off for the Bulldogs is number 0, and that is Nash Delger. And he kicks this one, and it's high end over end, and it's going to be taken by Brady Bixel at the 30-yard line. And Brady is going to go. He's got one man to beat right out of the gate, and he's doing it. He could get run out. He's at the 10, 5, touchdown West Hancock. They return the opening second half touchdown.
B-Bix goes
70 yards.
70 yards to the house. The fourth different Eagle to score a special teams touchdown this year. The Eagles are dangerous in special teams, and they take another kick to the house. This time it's junior Brady Bixel. Hits it up on the near side, 70 yards to the house, and there's that momentum, Kevin. Eagles lead 22-0 to start the half, 11:50 to go in the third quarter.
Right on cue, and Mitchell Smith will come out and pick up his mouthpiece that he just spit out onto the ground, and he'll take the snap and he'll run it to the left, and he will take it in for the 2-point conversion. And with 10 seconds into the second half, West Hancock now leads this one 24-0 over the Lake Mills Bulldogs. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Trolson Auto Parts in Britt is your local source for all your vehicle needs. We offer a full line of automobile service along with auto parts and accessories for your vehicle. Did you know Trolson's is also a dealer for Snow Dog snowplows? Contact Dan at 641-843-3865 for all your automotive needs. Go Eagles. Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt, Iowa. Looking for a get-up-and-go have-fun car? Check out Easy Go's new elite models powered by Samsung lithium technology with unbeatable power and performance, unprecedented zero-maintenance batteries, and an 8-year warranty. Check out our new pre-owned and customized options today at Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
Farmers Trusted Savings Bank, your hometown community bank, offering expertise in ag and commercial lending with digital banking products to fit all of your financial needs. Contact us today. Buffalo Center, Lakota, Britt, Lake Mills, and Bryceland. Member FDIC.
All righty, welcome back. West Hancock kicking this one off. David Smith, it hits an up man, and they'll fall on it at the 33-yard line, 34-yard line, and they being the Lake Mills Bulldogs. So West Hancock not kicking deep to Manis or Price, and just kicking that one down through the blockers. And
after that special teams touchdown, that is now 9 defensive/special teams touchdowns. Could have been 10 last week. JP took an interception down to the 1-yard line.
And there was flags all over the place. We'll see if it's going to be on the red team or the white team. They're going to say false start.
What do you have for that kickoff return?
70? Yep, took it up to 30. It's either 69 or 70. We'll see. Officially, I probably would be
Yeah, we're
69.
close
We'll
enough.
call it 70.
6 points either way.
And there you go. It'll be first down and 15 after the penalty for the Bulldogs, as they were a little anxious to get going there and get their second half started. Single receiver each way for Helgeson. And he gives it straight ahead, fullback. And Kaufman driving his way back over the original line of scrimmage. A nice gain of about 7 yards, it looks like. So we're going to call it second down and 8. And the Bulldogs got a nice push, and you hit on it, Jay. This offensive line and defensive line for the Bulldogs, it's the real deal.
Good athletes, good size, and they look like they're playing with a little bit more aggression this year on this offensive and defensive line for the Bulldogs.
They come out 2 receivers now to the near sideline. Helgeson under center. He
Double move, they got him.
Fakes him, and this one knocked away by Jackson Peterson. It was intended out there for Garrett Ham.
Yeah, really just not a great throw there by Helgeson. They did a little double move, a little pump fake and go there, and the ball was behind Ham. He had Peterson beat on the little pump fake. He had a step and just not the greatest of passes to lead him up the sideline.
So 3rd and 8, 11 minutes to go here. Third quarter, single receiver each way. Kaufman in the back.
Toss or toss pass.
Yeah, Kaufman in the backfield behind Helgeson, and they toss it out here to Bacon. And Bacon cuts it up, and he's looking for the outside. He's not going to get there as Jackson Peterson turns him inside, and then Caden Douglas comes in and helps finish him off. And they'll be short of the first down by about a yard and a half, and they'll bring out 4th down. We'll see if they go for it. I think they might.
Yeah, I would imagine so. You're inside your own territory, but you're down 3 scores early. Need to keep this drive alive.
And a single receiver each way, and they'll give it off to the fullback, and he's not going to get it.
Yeah, you got it.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess
Based on
the
the spot.
official sure didn't look like it when he first went down, but they give him forward yardage for the first down.
Yeah, he kind of squirmed through that hole, got low and got through there. And
now when they didn't mark it where his foot was. If I was Coach Singer, I might be asking for a measurement on that, but it's a little too late. They've moved the chains, and 10:22 to go, and it's a 1st and 10 for the the Bulldogs. Helgeson looks things over. He's under center. And goes back to pass, fakes the pitch.
Bacon.
And he's got Bacon in the middle. Bacon can't hang on to it, and then takes a lick by Luis Sandoval to boot.
Ball was thrown just a little bit behind the intended receiver, Bacon there, as Helgeson kind of gives a little bit of a twirl play action look and fakes the pitch play, and Bacon just kind of streaking down the seam there from his wingback position. Didn't go in motion. He was open in between the safeties there, but ball not on target, but I'm sure Logan Bacon will be the first to tell you he probably should have caught that football.
So single receivers, again, the same formation for Lake Mills that we've seen many times tonight. The ball's on the ground, and I believe West Hancock has it. David Smith, no, they're going to give it back.
Got back on top of
Helgeson.
it.
Mitchell and David were both back there, and Helgeson able to just get a fingernail on it and reel it in. But they'll lose 3 yards on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 13.
Something's going on in that quarterback center exchange there. That's the 4th time we've seen it hit the ground, and West Hancock's recovered 1 of those.
It almost looked like he pulled out a little early.
It's always hard to tell if it's the quarterback pulling out early or if it's the center not getting the football up to him and trying to reach a block before he completes the snap.
And it'll be the fullback, Kaufman, and he's going to go into West Hancock territory, but he'll be short. It'll be 4th down.
Gain of 12, but really going to set him up nicely here. That was 3rd and long, going to be 4th and 2 or 3 here for the Bulldogs. Again, I would see them go for it. Wouldn't be surprised if they pitch it to Bacon or try to get a little bit wider again with that fullback. They've been running more off of the guard tackle.
They need to get 3 down to the Eagle 46. Eagles were a little bit disarray, but the Bulldogs didn't snap the ball. And pitch it out now to
Manis,
far sideline, and he's at the last minute going to dive
he's
forward
reach
and get it.
The line to gain there. That time they break tendency there. They were always sending Bacon in motion. That time they send Manis in motion towards the far sideline, And he's able to reach at the last second and move the chains there for the Bulldogs. Just the third carry of the night there for Alex Manis.
So they'll have a 1st and 10 just inside the Eagle 46, and they just needed to get to the 46. So it was close. Single receiver each way. Back to pass, Helgeson, and he's got a man, overthrows him. Ham was open down the middle, but overthrew him by a good 2 or 3 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
They've had some receivers running open in green grass, Kevin, and that time it looked like Ham had the safety split again. Big target is Garrett Ham, a senior, 6'2", 180, the leading receiver for the Bulldogs.
And the single receiver down each way once again. And it's going to be the pitch out to Bacon, and Bacon's going to get dropped for a loss by Creighton Kelly back at midfield, and that'll be a loss of.
Remember that play we talked about in the first
4.
half where he was getting coached up by Kellen Smith, and he kind of took a bad angle. That time he took a better angle, took on the block first, fought through it, and makes a play in the backfield, 4-yard loss. Great play by Creighton Kelly. Great adjustment to what he had seen in the first half, able to learn from his earlier mistake.
So they're down 13, actually 14. 7:45 to play. West Hancock leads 24-0. That 7:45 is in the third quarter, not the game. I should clarify that. And back to passes Helgeson. He's got some pressure, and his arm is hit as he.
Whoa, boy!
Oh, his arm was hit as he was passing, and that was a pinball out there.
That was a wild play there.
Bixel knocked it into the air.
Who was it that got in the backfield and hit him?
That was Creighton Kelly.
Creighton Kelly?
Oh, no, yeah, I think it was Creighton Kelly.
And then
Bixel hit it, and then Kellen Smith had a chance.
Bounced way up.
Looked like he was.
Again, they were trying to hit Bacon, sneaking out of the backfield. Bacon's going to take this play off as Manis lines up to punt.
Needed to work on his He-Man volleyball skills there. 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And the first punt for the Bulldogs, and this one's a low line driver. And going to be
Get away,
and it's going to go. Will they get it? Yeah, they'll get it down at the 2-yard line. They'll down it. And
Mitchell was trying to block that gunner coming down, so he couldn't down it. But got to give credit to, was that Degler, I believe? Who downed it at the 1-yard line. So West Hancock will be backed up against its own end zone, but they get the stop defensively. They take over, leading 24-0, 7:17 to go here in the third quarter. They'll start this drive from just inside their own 1-yard line as they look to the sideline for the play call. Bixel going to come into the game. Zool going to come out. So Bixel going to be the fullback here on this possession unless they do go gun.
So the Eagles are backed up at their 1-yard line. And it'll be Bixel with the carry up over the 5, or they're going to mark him at the 5. So it'll be a nice gain of about 4 yards on first down. So we approach the 7-minute mark to go here in the third quarter. I don't even know what quarter in.
Creighton Kelly going to come into the game now. JP takes a break. So you got JP and Zool.
Wings to the right. And it'll be, wow, big play as
he was
Bixel.
one tackle away. That was Bacon on the saving tackle there, else Bixel might still be running, Kevin. First down, West Hancock.
He takes it up to the 15. 6:45 to go, third quarter. Bixel will take a break, and they'll bring Zool back in. Creighton Kelly will take a break, and they'll bring Jackson. Whoop, no, I guess not. We're going to play Root, and we're going to bring Kellen Smith out. The musical chairs going out there at the other back position. And it's going to be Jackson Peterson, and an inside counter, and he's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring second down and 10 as we approach the 6-minute mark to go. Eagles out of the shadow of their own end zone at any rate. Zubo comes back out. Bixel in. And the Eagles will come out, 2 receivers. That's Kellen Smith and Nolan Vasky. Shotgun formation for Mitchell, and Mitchell's just going to pull it down and run. He's got some room to run in the corner.
Got a chance.
Gets out of a block, and he goes down the sidelines, bouncing off of tacklers, stiff arms, and into Bulldog territory down to the 30-yard line. Goes all the way from the 15 to the Bulldog 30. So
Mitchell
a
Smith
gain
stiff
of
arms a couple people at about
55 yards.
At about his own 45-yard line. Looked like he was going to be pushed out of bounds, but picks up 55 on the big gain. Now West Hancock got a chance here to cash in on a drive that started from their own 1-yard line.
Mitchell pretty pumped. Looks like he's got to catch his breath there after that big run. 2 receivers left, and Lake Mills will take a timeout here with 5:08 to go in the third quarter. West Hancock leads it 24-0. We'll take this break with them. This is West Hancock football on B103.
The Titanium Lunchbox mobile food truck thanks you for your support, and we look forward to catering all your special events this year. Weddings, prom, graduation, reunions, or even a business luncheon. Choose anything off the Titanium Lunchbox menu or customize your own menu with casual or formal cuisine, even appetizers and desserts. Call us at 641-512-1187 today to book your event. The Titanium Lunchbox in Britt. What's in your lunchbox?
Baucom and Grain Equipment has been in the grain handling business in Britt for over 55 years. Call Paul at 843-3734 today for more information on grain bins and shivers drying equipment. Baucom and Grain Equipment in Britt, the grain drying specialist.
All right, welcome back as the Eagles come out of the timeout. They'll have a 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 30. And, Jay, we talked about this at halftime. Again, the Eagles come out, strike big, and then make a stop.
Yeah,
and thought they were buried at their own 1-yard line. And here we are.
Bixel and the special teams unit again coming up with a big play, and now Mitchell Smith taking over on this drive, going to be in the gun formation again here on 1st and 10.
And it'll be Mitchell. He'll take it straight ahead, diving over the 25. Just shy of the 24-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 5. Eagles 4-down territory. Brady Bixel comes back in for West Hancock. Creighton Kelly will come to the sideline.
Go back to that wing T formation.
And it'll be wing to the left with Kellen Smith. Mitchell under center, of course, and they'll give it to Bixel. And Bixel is going to take it down past the 1st down marker to the 16-yard line.
Gain of 9 for the fullback there for West Hancock. Brady Bixel coming in to spell Cale Zool here in this one. And just like Lake Mills did, Christensen had some success spelling Kaufman. Now we're seeing Bixel spell the normal Eagle fullback and having some success here on this drive.
Wing to the right, and they give it to straight ahead again to Bixel. And we'll see where they mark him here. Going to be about the 12. Does that look correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be 12-yard line, and that's going to be real close to the 1st down.
Did we give the halftime winner of the yard line raffle? That was Connie
Swanson,
South 20.
Thank you, Jay. I forgot all about that. So just under 4 minutes to go, wing to the right, and it's going to be
a touchdown.
Mitchell Smith. Oh, and he's going to go just inside the 5 to about the 2.5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for West Hancock.
I think Mitchell wanted to run somebody over more than he wanted to score a touchdown there, because I thought he could have cut it up there, and that time he runs over a guy. 1st down here, West Hancock. Mitchell Smith having a fabulous drive here that's, again, started from their own 1-yard line. We'll see if he can cash it in here on 1st and goal from the 3.
And it's Smith once again, and looks like he will do just that as he takes it in from 3 yards out.
2nd touchdown of the game for Mitchell Smith, this time from 3 yards out. And West Hancock rolling now in this one. 3.5 minutes to go. Eagles lead 30-0, courtesy of the Mitchell Smith touchdown run. That was set up by a Mitchell Smith 55-yard gain on about the 3rd play of this drive.
This will be known as the Mitchell drive here.
The Mitchell drive.
And they'll come out now with 2 receivers, wing, shotgun formation. Mitchell will take it and take it in for the two-point conversion, his 4th of the night, and that'll put West Hancock up 32-0 over the Bulldogs of Lake Mills. This is West Hancock football on B103.
The Britt Barn Grill. Get daily lunch specials, hot wings, burgers, roasted chicken, even a ribeye. Or to book a party at Main Avenue Event Center, call 641-843-4275. Weddings, reunions, birthday parties, or any private party. Don't miss all the action at the Britt Barn Grill or Main Avenue Event Center, downtown Britt.
In-step flooring in Canala. Think of plush, luxurious carpets in hundreds of colors and patterns. Consider the handcrafted beauty of exotic and domestic hardwoods. There's also the diverse styles and durability of ceramic and luxury vinyl. Options for all budgets. Choose in-step flooring in Canala.
The Cobbler Shop in Britt has all your West Hancock apparel for your entire family, so you can cheer on our Eagles during every game. Everything from short to long sleeve t-shirts, crew and hooded sweatshirts, caps, scarves, mittens, and socks. Go Eagles from the Cobbler Shop in beautiful downtown Britt, Iowa. Now opening at 9 a.m.
All right, David Smith set to kick off for West Hancock here with 3:27 to go in the third quarter. And Price and Manis standing back on their own 15-yard line. And I'm sure David's not going to kick this one in the air. He is going to do just like the last one, and it will be Ham taking it at the 30 over the 35-40 and bringing it up near the 45-yard line. As he goes back and fields it like a shortstop.
Eagles again lead 32-0. Now if you're Coach Kurtz and company, you've had a lot of positive things happen in this game, but you need to build on this. Even though this game kind of got out of hand here to start the second half, they need to finish the drive, Kevin. They need to get back and see some success offensively and finish the drive with some points on the board. We'll see what they do to try to achieve that here on this drive.
Single receiver each way, Ham to the near sideline, and this is going to be
ball's out again,
and the ball is out once again. We'll see if they
near side official here is going to say the ball was on the ground when it popped out. Regardless, it was a Bulldog. Manis comes up with the loose football.
So 2nd down and 7, 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Couple score updates for you. Algona 14-10 over Humboldt. Spirit Lake all over GHV 49-0. We'll get you some more scores as this one moves into the fourth quarter.
Ham to the near side, Delger to the far. Now they flip them around. Helgeson under center. And it's going to be a flag, and it's going to be a reverse on a counter. And it's going to be Delger with a carry, but it'll be all for naught as they'll back him
that
up.
play, they probably should have blown that play dead from the start since it was an illegal shift, but they let it play out. There's two guys in motion at one time.
So that'll back them up 5, and instead of 2nd and 7, we'll have 2nd down and 12.
Other scores quickly here for you, Kevin. Woodbury Central 27-14 over Tri-Center. St. Ansgar 28-8 over West Fork. Madrid leads North Mahaska 28-0. Linville Sully 20-0 over Martinsdale St. Mary's. ACGC now leads by 10, 28-18 over Mount Ayr. North Lynn still 15-14 over Maquoketa Valley, and would like to get an update. Nashua at Plainfield and North Butler, that one's still 6-6.
Okay, I'll work on that for you. And it'll be a pitch out to Manis, and he's forced out of bounds on the far sideline.
Hey, I got that update for you, Kevin.
Yeah, that was quick.
Nashua Plainfield leads 20-6.
All right.
Now over North Butler. I can't read my own writing. Who was that carry? I got to write down the stat. Was it Manis?
Yes, it was, sir. Tilder brings the play in for the Bulldogs from the sidelines. It'll be 3rd down and 12, 2:14 to play in the third quarter. Single receiver to the left for Helgeson.
It's going to be Eagles.
So it'll be offside for West Hancock.
Yep. The defensive tackle, I believe, jumped there, and
so it'll go back to 3rd and 7 now.
In high school football, you don't have to make contact. You just break the plane. Unfortunately, it's a 5-yard penalty.
So we'll reset and do it again with a single receiver to the left. That's Ham. They're going to give it off to, is it Christian? Is that Kaufman or Christensen?
Yeah, Kaufman.
Yes, okay, Kaufman.
Kind of ducked under Ray Gretlet there. Ray Gretlet looked like he was going to get an arm on him. He was able to duck under him, pick up 3 yards. Going to bring up a 4th and 5 or 6. Call it 4th and 5 here for Lake Mills.
So 4th and 5 from just a football length away from the midfield stripe. They need to get to the West Hancock 45-yard line.
13th carry of the game there for the Bulldog fullback, 77 yards for Bo Kaufman.
Ham to the near side, Delger to the far. And they're going to pitch it out here to Bacon. Ball's out, and West Hancock recovers it. It's covered up by Prignitz right at the midfield stripe. 4th turnover, 5th turnover.
I can't even remember now.
But at any rate, it's going to be West Hancock's.
It was Bacon. You could see what he was doing. He was trying to make a move and cut back. West Hancock is adjusted to that motion pitch play, and there was about 5 guys out in Bacon's lap as he went to turn it upfield. He tried to make a move and switch hands with the football and put it on the turf, and then Shaler Prignitz hustling down the line of scrimmage picks up a fumble recovery. West Hancock takes over at at the 50-yard line here.
And it is their own, actually. At 1:23 to go. And it's going to be Bixel. He broke a tackle, almost took it to the house. He had 1 man to beat. And if it weren't for Kaufman coming, that is Bacon. I get Bacon and Kaufman mixed up.
Bixel is just such a different target that, when he carries the ball, and Cale does wonderfully from his fullback position, but Bixel, every once in a while, you kind of hold your breath if he makes it to the 3rd level, to that secondary, thinking he may be able to house one.
2-by-2, Mitchell Smith is under center. He gets it to Bixel straight ahead, and he just bulldozes over would-be tacklers, takes it down to the 26-yard line. That'll be a first down with 57 ticks to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, West Hancock leading 32-0. And on the move once again. Kind of taking over the second half here. Wing to the right. Mitchell Smith under center. And it'll give to Jackson Peterson on the counter. Jackson going to run this one in for the touchdown from 26 yards out.
And if you watch that play, if you watch the replay back, when Jackson received the handoff, Logan Bacon was running the opposite direction. That's that, you kind of get him falling asleep, and then all of a sudden, boom, you hit him on that long counter. And that time it results in a touchdown. How many yards was that, Kevin?
That was 26.
JP.
From 31 ticks to go here in the third quarter, And the Eagles on the roll here now. So go for 2 on the 2-point conversion. Oh, actually, David Smith out there with a tee. And here's the snap. Snap is down. Hold is good. Kick is good. It's West Hancock 39. Lake Mills Bulldogs 0. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Britt Seed Company doesn't just sell corn and soybean seed. You can trust Britt Seed to understand your fields and place channel corn and soybean products that perform. With the new Smart Stacks Pro and XtendFlex technologies, you can be confident that you're getting the superior pest control and weed management you want, high yield potential you need, and the most of every season. Ask Al or Rick Burgard or Dave Lampy for recommendations for your field. Call Britt Seed Company today.
So here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save money. State Farm agent Jay Hiscox is ready to help you combine home and auto and save in Britt. Call Jay or Lindsay today at 641-843-3563. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Count on First State Bank of Britt and Woden to put your community first. We partner with your clubs. We cheer with you at the game. We make decisions right at home to help keep you financially strong. And with advanced online and mobile options, banking has never been easier. Good luck, Eagles, from First State Bank of Britt and Woden, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, here's David Smith's kickoff, and this one will go deep down to about the 18, 19-yard line, and it's going to be taken by Manis, and Manis is going to get dropped at about the 22-yard line. Luis Sandoval on the play. So
he's having a heck of a game, making a couple really big plays to keep Lake Mills out of the end zone on their first promising drive of the game. That could have been, this game could be totally different right now if that drive ends differently, and then Luis showing that he's a well-rounded player, makes a tackle on special teams as well.
And I tell you what, Jay, and I think you'll agree, I'm going to go ahead and call the First State Bank play of the game here, the opening second half kickoff,
100%.
as it shut the door on the comeback for the Bulldogs. And we'll end the third quarter with West Hancock 39, Lake Mills 0,
right?
and we are on the 27-yard line to begin the next quarter.
Tap. Go. First Citizens Bank's contactless debit cards make purchases easy. Call us at 800-423-1602 or stop in to see us about getting one today. First Citizens Bank, member FDIC.
All right, welcome back here. Fourth and final quarter. West Hancock leading 39-0 over the Bulldogs of Lake Mills, and the quarter ended with the ball on the 27-yard line. Jolynn Nothi was our winner of the yard line contest.
1 yard shy, Kevin, and
1 yard shy.
I would have been a winner.
You're a winner, Jay. You'll always be a winner in my book.
Thank you. I appreciate the positive talk.
You are winning just staying awake. Jay has had quite a 24 hours here.
Yeah, I was in Washington, D.C. this last few days visiting my brother and his family, and went to go see the Bears game last night, and then took a flight early this morning.
And Lake Mills will hand it off to Bacon off the right side. He's going to go forward for about 1.5 yards.
So, Kevin, I'm hoping I can pull off the trifecta, which it usually doesn't work. Usually the Bears are the ones that lose, but the Bears won Thursday. I was able to be there. Eagles looks like they're going to win this game tonight on Friday. And then tomorrow, as a graduate of the University of Iowa, going to go down to Iowa City for homecoming. Starting to feel old now because we got 4 nieces and nephews that are in school down there. So we're going to go down to the homecoming game and watch Iowa host Purdue tomorrow, and hopefully we can pull off the trifecta and get 3 wins. And but most importantly, it's fun to just be with friends and family watching football, and that's what it's all about a lot of times.
Down there and cheer on the new Hawkeye quarterback, Deacon Hill.
The skid loader, that's what I'm going with.
The skid
his
loader.
nickname.
Right.
Yep. If you listen to the Washed Up Walk-Ons podcast, they like to call him the skid loader. It looks like we got a
cramp, I believe,
cramp
over
here.
there.
Logan Bacon's been running all over the field. Can't blame him if you're going to start cramping up there. He's walking off gingerly, and of course Logan's brother Caleb Bacon, one of the stud linebackers for Iowa State. They host TCU tomorrow. I think that's an evening game or late afternoon.
I think it is, yeah. Okay, single receiver now for the Bulldogs. And back to pass. Oop, I fell for it. He handed off the fullback straight ahead. And it is caught. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 after Kaufman gains about 3 yards on that play. And Bulldogs looking to convert a 1st down and get something positive going offensively here, trailing 39-0 with 11:20 to play.
Got another score update here after this play, Kevin.
All right. Tight formation now. They put a man in motion. And back to pass is Helgeson. He fires out there. And Creighton Kelly comes up and
puts a lick on him.
He asserted himself, and that was tackled right at the line of the game.
Who caught that ball? Was that Manis?
I believe it was, yes. And then to bring up 4th and 5, as Creighton was having nothing to do with that Lake Mills success on this drive.
Score updates: Forest City and Estherville Lincoln Central are tied at 7. Starmont leads Bellevue 13-6.
So tight game over there for the Stars. Bulldogs will go for it here. Rolling out the pass is Helgeson, and he fires one out there. And this one's broken up and caught on the deflection. Caught.
Wow.
And that was
Price,
pulled
I
in by
believe.
Price, yeah. Eagles batted it around for a while. Eagle touched it first, then back to.
Can't call it a gain of 25 for Landon Price.
That was looked
on
like
the
a
pinball
or
completion there from quarterback Helgeson.
10 minutes to go here after that big play. The Bulldogs will be in West Hancock territory at the 43. And they'll hand it off straight ahead. Kaufman, he'll take it to the 40, gain of about 3. Kale Zool comes up, makes the stop.
Another score update for you. Osage leads Waukon 8-0. Again, stay tuned after the game, 10 o'clock, the Radio Iowa scoreboard show. We'll catch you up on all the games throughout the state. The guys do a good job of making sure they pretty much get a final score from every single game, 8man through 5A.
And they put Price in motion and hand it off straight ahead. Kaufman. And Kaufman's going to be stopped after a gain of about 3. So it'll be third down and a long 2, short 3 for the Bulldogs.
They've had a lot of success with that fullback. Again, it just goes back to mistakes that have stopped drives, some forced and some unforced, and then defensively really have not been able to stop West Hancock once they made that adjustment. After the first drive, West Hancock's really been able to move the ball at will.
Single receiver left, 2 to the right. Helgeson under center. Now they put a man in motion. Flag is out, and they're going to back him up 5 for a false start. So that'll bring up third down and 8.
Yeah, I don't know who was bound. They put a guy in motion there, and you can have a guy in motion with a quarterback. I wonder if they called that on the quarterback there. Looked like they were going to try to run a little double move again, as Helgeson kind of gave a shoulder fake and going to try to hit Ham up the far sideline, but they're going to back up another 5 yards.
And Kaufman off and Christensen on. So with 8:20 to go, 2 receivers left for Helgeson. 1 to the right. Now they
same play
move Manis out there, and
we'll see where they spot it. That's going to be a Britt Food Center sack, Kevin. He's just behind where they initially
we got our
were.
first winner, and that's Roger Haxton.
David Smith will give it to him. Feeding the people. Dave has been a menace from his defensive line spot. I love what they're doing with Dave this year, is just as far as how they move him around D-tackle, right and left side, and then D-end, right and left side. So a lot of different offensive linemen get the opportunity to look up and see Dave Smith lined up across from him and try to block him.
So single receiver each way now for Helgeson. They put that man in motion again, and they're going to be Helgeson on the keeper, and he's going to get stuffed.
Dave with another tackle for loss. That time it was Dave and Kale Zool. The first to Helgeson. He loses about a half yard.
And they'll turn it over to downs to West Hancock with 7:23 to go in the game. And the Eagles will take over at their own 41-yard line.
Bixel looks like going to stay out there. Zool is in there. Bukema might see. I see Coach Sanger talking to the referee. I thought maybe they didn't have the right personnel in the game. Thought maybe they call a timeout. Eagles looking to the sideline trying to figure out what they're going to do. I think West Hancock's going to call. Yep. Coach Sanger just told the referee we're going to call a timeout. Let that play clock run down. He got a running clock anyways, so burn some of this clock off and then get reorganized. I see Coach Heisman here huddled up with some of the younger guys, getting things figured out, and we'll see a new unit of Eagles out here on offense after this commercial.
So, yeah, we'll take the break with them. 7 minutes to go here. West Hancock leading 39-0. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Admit it, nothing says barbecue like Big Brad's. For 12 years, offering award-winning barbecue for vending, catering, parties, reunions, graduations, or any other event in your future. Book Big Brad's Barbecue today. Call 515-293-0791. And let's go Eagles.
All right, welcome back. 6:57 to go here in the game. West Hancock leading 39-0 over the Bulldogs of Lake Mills. And the Eagles got a lot of substitutions. As Zephyr Jamgard in at quarterback now.
Good to see him back.
Thought I had that up.
Good to see Zephyr back, as he was out with an injury last week, and Gustavo on the first carry at the fullback position gains 1. Going to see Kason Brosher in the game now, Reagan Johnson, Gavin Wonder, Reese Lutke, Teague Smith. We'll try to get that left side of that offensive line. I believe Carson Bruins, and I cannot remember.
Boothroyd's in there now for bringing the play in for West Hancock.
Believe it's Barranca is the left tackle.
Wing to the right is Gakin, and it'll be Gomez straight ahead to about the 46-yard line. So 3rd down and 5 for West Hancock.
And you called his name. The last player I was looking for was Ethan Gakin. He was lined up on the wing there. It's going to be
Boothroyd will
Reddick will run in the play here right now. Get the play call from Coach Eisman.
5:50 to play. And the Eagles will come out. Gakin wing to the right. Jamgard under center. And they're going to give it to Teague Smith. And Teague, bouncing off of tacklers, gets it forward to about the 48-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 3 for West Hancock.
So Eagles will line up to punt for the first time tonight, Kevin.
And you know you're doing well when there's 5 minutes to play. You got a running clock and your punter's on the field for the first time.
Yep, it'll be Zach Bukema will be the long snapper, I believe. Nope, Zach's going to punt it. Sorry, Mitchell Smith is the long snapper.
He might be a long snacker, too. You never know. And a good snap, though. And here's the kick. And, ooh, he hits a boomer. And fair catch called for by Price. Down
the 11 or 12-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. But nice punt there by Zach Bukema. Good snap from the quarterback, Mitchell Smith, who also is the long snapper on punts. And then the unique thing is Bukema is the long snapper on extra points, and Mitchell Smith is the holder. So defensive unit for West Hancock got some of the regulars in there. I'm going to guess that Coach Sanger will be rolling in some guys. I do see Larson in there at a linebacker position, and Bixel. Smith is off the field. That is Mitchell Smith off the field now.
Helgeson, and hands it off straight ahead.
Not sure if that was Christensen or Kaufman there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
They're a long ways away, and we got bad eyesight.
Yeah,
that was Kaufman.
Kaufman, yep.
JP going to come off the field. Boothroyd will be the left cornerback. Kason Brosher now coming in for Luis Sandoval, who he was really good tonight from his safety spot. Eagles will go with a 4-4 look here on this defensive drive.
Single receiver again each way for the Bulldogs. Formation we've seen a lot of tonight. They pitch it wide to the near side, and the Eagles defensive unit doing nothing as Manis.
Yeah, the Eagles have really done a good job of adjusting to that sweep play on the toss sweep on the to the guy in motion. They got hurt by it a few times earlier, especially when Caleb Bacon was running it, and now West Hancock doing a good job with those linebackers, taking good angles, taking on blocks, and we're going to get reconnected with the station. The live stream is still up, but we're going to get reconnected with the station now as we got tossed off there for a second.
You lost us there for a second.
Okay, I'm gonna shut you off. Okay, I'm gonna try and connect you again. Hang on.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Kaufman on the carry there, Kevin. Oh, technology.
We're dialing long distance here.
You know me. I love it. Okay, coming into West Hancock for West Hancock now. I believe I saw Baltzer go in. Where is he at?
He is at the corner on this side.
And then defensive line is going to be Gretlett, Reagan Johnson, Reese Lutke, and Gunnar Faust. Linebackers Bukema, Zool, Bixel, and Larson.
And Grosh